mics will be.
Hey, it's RadioVegas.rocks. Check out Sin City Lovin' Podcast.
AJ.
The vajayjay.
Vagina.
Can you see
The
my
vagina.
hanging off there? I can hear it.
Brandy is
hanging.
Wow, look at that. Oh, that's not a pretty picture. I don't think.
like
I don't
over
think
there.
that's
I
a
can't
nice
see
picture.
anything.
Well,
That
just
was if
imagine
it was
it's
hanging,
laying.
that would like hurt.
Probably.
That shit would hurt. I mean, I'm all down for a little rough in
Talk about
in the
meeker.
bedroom, but cheese and rice. That'd be looking like a meatloaf.
It's not meatloaf. It's meat curtains.
No,
It's not meatloaf.
Johnny and Bobby Joe, and they know what I'm talking about.
Meatloaf.
They know what I'm talking about.
It's meat
No,
curtains.
this is an inside joke between.
Okay, well,
This,
you know what?
yeah.
It's not just you and your friends over there. There's other people listening, and
Oh no, it wasn't meatloaf.
is
It was roast beef. Sorry.
Yes,
roast
that's
beef.
the other one.
Roast beef. Sorry, that's what I was saying. Not meatloaf. I got my meats wrong.
Oh
I got my
God.
meats wrong. It's not a salami. It's a roast beef.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. On that note,
I can't even with you right now.
sorry.
Meatloaf.
You know you love me.
That's Sin City Lovin' Podcast. Every other Wednesday, 9 a.m. on RadioVegas.rocks.
Is this it?
Yeah, there it is. But you know, again, it's one of those mornings where
We're all fucked up today. That's wrong. That's wrong. Everything's wrong over here.
this one walked in with permanent resting bitch face this morning.
Hey, I was tired.
Holy shit, she scared me
I was
walking
tired.
in. What, tired? Please tell me you're getting laid. Tell me you were getting laid.
Nope.
Why? Why?
Because I live alone and I don't have
You live alone and you have
no one to lay me.
no children now.
I do have children still.
You have
They're just
children
not at my
still?
house.
Well, that's a good thing.
I don't know what's going on with this. I feel like I can't hear myself very well. We're trying to adjust.
Trust me, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yeah. We have guests today.
We do have guests today.
We
It's
have
kind of
we have
exciting.
men guests.
Men guests. Well, see, maybe you men guests can see that screen because Trista hasn't figured out how
Dude,
to
it's
log
not even
in.
on the Sin City Lovin' one. It's on your personal page. You
I
put it
know.
on the wrong shit.
I didn't log into yours. You're just seeing it.
It says Brandy Geese is
I know.
live now. That means
Geese?
that's
How long
geesey.
have you known me? But maybe at some
It's
point
the
we'll have
wrong
you guys
one.
look at those and see if there's any good questions over there because
We're not on Sin City Lovin', so if you guys are trying to watch us on Sin City Lovin', Brandy's live on her own personal page.
Sin City 11 is live on that one over there. So there's people chimed in over there on that one.
Dude, this
That's me.
is that.
Yeah. No, this is this.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Well, whatever. I don't care.
Anyway,
It's too early for this.
it is too early. Brandy made me get out of bed early and come down here.
You're always up early with all
I
your
know.
87 jobs.
I know, but
I'm surprised we even got you out of bed this morning.
Me
and
too.
make time for us
I
today.
did not want to get out of bed today. I did not. Even though I was lying by myself.
Laying starfish style in your king size. That's what I do.
No,
Got
I
a
have-
king size bed, starfish style.
I have my laundry on this side, so
I
it's
did
just
do
me
laundry
over cuddled
too.
up.
When it's warm, it's fresh out, then you're like all cuddling with it. And it smells so good.
No, mine's been there for like 2 days. I just haven't had time to put it away yet. It's like folded on my bed, but I need to like actually hang it up.
Put it away.
But you know, then it makes me feel like I have like someone laying there next to me. So it's like, aw. My
Oh,
laundry
yeah.
loves me.
You know what I do in the wintertime when it's like cold?
Do you want me to guess?
I will shave one leg and leave the other one smooth so it feels like I'm laying in bed with a guy.
I should try that.
I'm telling you, because I
I feel like mine are that would take a really long time to get your hair legs that long.
Well, it's because you're blonde.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Because blondes always have lighter hair and it's thinner and like
mine's
is dark.
prickly. Like my my hair is prickly when I don't shave. I don't know about your hair, smooth legs. You're like
I
a
did
wolf.
shave. Look, I was hoping to get some last night, but that fell through. God damn it.
Oh, did you have a date last night?
No, I didn't. Yeah, with laundry.
You're gonna get screwed by your laundry.
I got screwed by my laundry.
How are you planning on getting screwed last night if you didn't have a date?
Well, because men are stupid. It fell through. He's an idiot.
Oh, gotcha.
Got it? Now, yeah, guys
Okay.
are dumb. Guys are dumb. What can I say?
What were you supposed to do last night?
I don't know. It never got to that point.
Oh, I was actually, it's funny because I went to a networking event for one of my jobs, and there was like a dating lady she had a booth across from ours. She was the funniest lady in the world. She was probably like 80 years old, wearing this tie-dye shirt and a denim skirt and some heels. And she came over to me and she was like introducing herself, and she's like, oh yeah, I have this guy. He's a rich man. Like, swear to God, she said that
She's
like 12
80
times.
and has a rich dude.
No, she has a dating like service. Like she
okay.
hooks up like, like the Millionaire Matchmaker, but
I used
in
to love
Vegas.
watching that show. It was classic.
And she kept coming over to me, and it was funny because she goes, yeah. She goes, well, you're pretty and you're thin, and some of these girls, they just don't even take care of themselves anymore. If I'm going to, I'm like,
It's
damn.
true.
I was like, you are just legit, like, talking trash about people.
She's 80. There's no filter at 80. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, but she sent over probably like 4 old ass men over to my booth, and they came over and they were like, oh, what do you do? Da da da. So what do you look for in a guy? And I'm like,
Not old balls.
excuse me? I was like, what are you over here for? Like, this is a networking event, not like, let's try and hook up with Tristan and I with 80-year-old men.
But look, that's like kind of that organic dating stuff. At least they're approaching you and trying to strike up a
Yeah, because they're
conversation.
old as fuck,
Who
and they want
cares?
someone who's half their age.
You don't want that?
No.
Why? They're about dead and you're going to be rich. Like, why not?
I'm good.
Trust me, I'm about to find me a sugar daddy. I'm tired of this shit.
They have websites for that. We already talked about
I know
this.
I'm on 7 of them. I'm just kidding. I'm really not. I'm really not. I'm just joking.
Someone asked me about the dating sites last night. They're like, why don't you like them? I'm like, because
Have you been on them? Did you ask him? Have you been on them?
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Yeah, of course not.
He was
Because,
he was
it's
going through the
probably a
old
great
lady
thing.
to try and get hooked up with these young girls who are skinny and don't have tattoos. That was another thing she said. She's like, yeah, these girls out, they're like all tattooed up. I'm like, obviously, I had a jacket on last night, so I was like, well,
Well, back when she was
Yeah, I'm
young,
one
they
of those
did, like,
girls, too.
The old tapping ink, like where they tapped the shit into the skin. Nobody did that. That would have been painful back then.
yeah. So whatever.
Yeah. So any dates?
I didn't. No.
Any dates?
Yes,
Oh,
I actually
look
went
at that
out.
smile.
I went out.
You guys see the smile on her face? Look at this.
Went out with Mark one
Oh,
night.
oh shit!
did.
She just threw you right under the bus all of a sudden. Hello, Mark.
We went out for wine. It was very.
It was a friendly thing, though.
It was
Yeah.
friendly.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
We had wine and chit chatted. It was nice.
That's it.
Well, she rubbed my leg a little.
Yeah.
I think
and the
it was
truth comes out.
No, that it did not
Well,
happen.
what it was is I told her, hey, did you clip your toenail today?
That's so nasty.
Because it scraped me.
I'm messing.
Is leg an innuendo and his toenails a feet fetish thing?
Oh God, no, not me. That's so
I'm not really into toenails.
No, I don't like
Get
feet.
'em
We
off.
already talked about that. Him and I talked. That was something we talked
Feet are
about.
nasty. They're so nasty. I was coming. Listen to this. It's funny. I don't mean to get off track, but I'm coming out off the airplane the other day, and it's late. It's like 11:30 at night. I'm coming through the McCarran Airport, and there's like they have the machines, the gambling machines, and there's a guy. He's sitting there, and
The
I hear like
gambling
this
machines.
click, 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 and I'm like, what the? And I look. He's literally like right there clipping his fingernails, and fingernails are flying everywhere.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God, that's so disgusting.
that is so foul. And then
I would literally
he
throw
stops
up.
and he like looks at me, and then I walk away and I hear click, click, click. He starts doing it again. I'm like, that. And there's nails flying everywhere. I'm like, that's so foul. Just foul.
It's better than biting them, huh?
That
Yeah, but at
is
least you
true.
swallow your own.
Oh, that's gross.
I mean, is it protein? Fiber. It's fiber. What is that?
It's calcium.
Calcium?
Or
Germs.
Isn't that what?
No.
What
When
are
you get the
not-
spots, it's a lack of calcium, isn't it? If you get those, little
little
spots.
lack of
yeah,
those little white
little
spots.
white spots. I
yeah,
think I
so
heard that.
I don't know. I
Is
don't
it
know what it
calcium or
is.
potassium that you're lacking?
I don't know.
Potassium comes from Oh, when your toenails turn white?
When you get like those little white spots on your nails.
I think it's calcium.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Is
too.
it calcium?
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
Look at us being all
Too much,
smart.
too little. Look, I know. We're like we want to answer your doctor questions.
Did you guys know we had doctors in the room today? Yay!
Tell us about your nails. We will
Right.
tell you what's wrong.
Well, let's see. God knows I need to get mine done again.
I don't really care. I don't have time.
I don't have time. I got 87 jobs.
Time to do shit.
You got 87 jobs. I'm in the same
do.
boat. I do the same thing. It's
I
okay.
do.
I feel you.
I have 3 today. Well, I counted this as kind of a job because I had to come here. Even
Yeah.
though I'm not being paid,
Eventually, we're
I
gonna
came
get
here.
sponsors and be rich, and people are gonna give us like shit for free and pay us to be
Yeah.
at their shows.
So
Yeah,
I'll
there
be
you
I'm
go.
hoping for one day.
I'll be home tonight around 11ish.
I'll be home after midnight. I actually have. A
Bitch,
job.
you have 1 job.
Trust me, that's enough for me. Hey, I'm in here on Mondays doing my radio show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
See,
That's
and
right.
then that a 10-hour job.
Yeah.
And then my social life is like a job, and it's dating is a job. Trying to date is a job in itself.
such a-
Talking about a free paid job.
I just don't have time.
Work for free doing that shit.
I feel bad because I don't have time
To what?
to date.
Obviously, didn't you just go on a date last night?
Right?
No, I was at a networking thing. That wasn't last
No,
night. When
that
did we
was-
do that? 2
fuck,
weeks ago?
that was like-
a week ago?
Yeah, a couple
Wait,
weeks
you had
ago.
another date
No,
too,
it was
though.
2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
That wasn't a date. She was. I'm just.
It was-
Wait.
Oh, you're talking about with
Oh yeah,
Bob?
then you were talking about.
No, not
no,
Bob.
I went out. I did go out on one other date with the guy that I went to high school with.
Which was very random. That
It
whole.
was so random.
I know, but you guys clicked at Country in the Cove.
We were drunk at Country in the Cove.
This is true, and that.
I don't feel like
late
there's
that night.
you can count clicking when you're drunk as anything, because it's not legit.
Oh wait, so
that's
now-
just me.
Now you're saying you were drunk and stupid, and it was a whole bad idea.
No, I'm not saying it was a bad idea. It's just like, I don't know. You know, when like, I don't know how to explain it. It was awkward because we went to high school together. He
Yeah, but
graduated with.
sometimes those are meant to be.
No, but he graduated with my ex-husband, so we were all friends. Like, he knows my ex-husband well, and it's just, you know how when you have like a connection with someone, like things are easy. Like, you get each other. Like, if you make comments or if you make like a joke, like I feel like I'm always having to explain myself. Like, no, I was just joking when I said that. No, you know, like it wasn't like easy.
Sure, whatever.
I didn't say. Shut up. No, you have to. When you have a conversation, like if you are texting someone and you say something and they're like,
texting's horrible though.
but then they get pissed off and you're like, dude, I was totally just joking. I wasn't being serious about that. Like I'm like constantly like, I was just joking. I was just joking.
Well,
I was
you know,
just
you got to
joking.
put that little
I was just
LOL or the
joking.
winky.
Yeah,
or
you got to put the
something.
LOL or the
No,
little,
people
or
just
little-
get-
or the thumbs up or the
I don't know.
Something.
I mean,
Yeah,
I do it all.
something
You know, I mean, as a comedian, like you know, I joke about. That's how I handle everything in life is through jokes.
laugh at
So
it.
do I.
And
Have to. What?
and it's like when you're texting someone, it's like and you're joking. I just always put, just to make sure because I'll just put LOL at the end or I'll put one of the like a thumbs up or a face or something.
A winky, little winky.
Something just to let them know because it's so hard to see people's like state of mind and their sense of humor where
Yeah.
they are when you're texting
Oh,
them.
they can be
Totally
so
get
misconstrued.
that.
So bad.
I get that, but like I feel like there's certain things that are just like obvious, that I was joking, and
It was duh.
and it was just like like I bit the head off a fucking rat. Yeah, I'm just joking. I didn't really actually do that, and it's like what?
Yeah, but if you're
No,
really into
like, I'm
if you're really into Ozzy Osbourne,
That's true.
they might be like, "Oh man, she did it."
she told
No.
she's awesome. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just.
Well, I tell you what. After Country in the Cove, we went back to my house and we all went for a swim. And like you've seen. I'm totally gonna say this. You see like two dogs like that have sex and they get stuck. And you're supposed
You
to
are
pour
such a
water or
fucking
something.
liar. You
I
are
had to
such
cannonball the
a
two of them to
liar.
separate them. Like I
You are so full of shit.
I
That did
cannonballed
not
them.
happen.
They were like
You
leached
get
to
stuck
each other.
like in the
No.
pool.
Yeah, they were
No.
like a suction. Like that's like nature's suction cup is the pool.
Bullshit.
Like
That did
when
not
things
even
start
happen.
happening in the pool
She's
and
so
water,
full of
it's
shit. No, that we were close for a little bit, but then like I backed up and I was not even by him for.
When I cannonballed you, I separated you.
It's a good thing
That's
Brandy
so
was
not
there. You
true.
might still be
I
stuck.
know.
That's right.
You'd be-
Thank you, Brandy.
At this point, both of you would be in the pool filter.
That's so
Well, and my pool guy would have found you yesterday, so.
Yeah, yeah, because he came.
Picked you up with the little.
No, it was a little awkward though
Wasn't
because
that?
I had invited a friend to come with us, and I think he thought that.
Yeah, I felt sorry for him. I so felt sorry for him.
You know what though?
And he's a
But
nice guy.
He was a very nice
Why?
guy.
Is he dead? What'd you do to him?
Oh no, he is. Sorry.
He is. I'm like, did you
He
kill
is
him?
a very nice guy.
Did you friend zone him? Is that what happened?
No, I never gave him the like. We have never gone. This is so. I don't want to like throw him out.
Well, don't throw him out then. Don't say it. If you
No,
don't
but
wanna-
I'm just saying. So we had hung out. Me and my girlfriend had hung out with him. He had invited us to a barbecue at his house.
Because he
and-
might be listening.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
I don't think so.
Like, nah, I'm gonna go with no.
I'm gonna go with no. But he's a very nice guy.
I thought he
and
was
he was
super nice.
cool to hang out with, and he doesn't have a lot of friends
And he
in
cooks.
Vegas.
He
So I had invited her, who had come with me to the barbecue, also, and him to come with us. She couldn't come, and he was like, "Yeah, it sounds like fun." I was like, "All right, cool," and I'm in my head, I'm thinking. Well, there's going to be a bunch of girls because I thought we were going to have like 10 girls out there.
You know how people flake? Fuck.
Well, and I know, but like, so I was like, oh, he can meet some people. He can get to know some more people here in town. And I guess I should have like gotten the clue because he's like, oh, you can come over early and I'll make breakfast for us. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm going to church. Like, I'll just pick you up after. And he's like, oh, well, maybe we should eat something before, so we don't get drunk kind of thing. And I was like, that's a good idea.
And he was like, "Don't worry, I have the wafers over here. I'll just feed you those for breakfast."
No, it wasn't like that.
I've got wine and wafers.
But
Mark over here could have feed you meatloaf.
roast beef.
Meatloaf's only for women.
So,
No, yes.
no.
Maybe.
But we ate and then we drove up there, and I swear to God, never did anything to like give the impression that I was interested, or like I wasn't like touching or doing
You were touching me though.
anything.
You were definitely drunk.
Oh yeah, I was all over Brandy. I was all over Brandy.
Next time that happens, invite me.
Right? Hell yeah.
I don't mind that.
But like I think I kind of got the impression later that he thought that something was maybe possibly going to happen, and I was like,
Didn't.
no, dude, first of all, no, we like work together, like not gonna happen.
I think I learned my lesson on that working together dating
Yeah,
shit.
But he was
That's
like,
a good
"Hey, I've got
idea.
these wafers though."
No, it was just awkward, and then like he wouldn't talk to me for a couple of days. Like he totally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he totally like ignored me, and like because I tried. He left his sunglasses in my car, and I was like, "Hey, I have your sunglasses." He's like, "Okay, just leave them on so and so's desk." And I was like, "No, I'll come meet you." He's like, "No, it's okay. I'm busy. I'm running around." I'm like,
Oh.
You see, so
"Okay."
yeah, you should have been like, "Okay, look, I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna suction cup with this other dude."
No, I didn't.
So
I'm not getting drunk with Brandy anymore.
Yes, you are. Yeah, yes, you are. Because
Yeah.
I was so proud. She stayed out late.
Oh my god, I was
so
late.
proud of her.
I
And
was
she
so
got up to
tired.
go to
No,
work
it was
the next
like
day.
11 o'clock. I think I went home, which
Well, that's late for you,
that
though.
is late.
Actually partying. Like, not late as 11
I went
o'clock
out
on the
late
couch.
Saturday with Sherry.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Dude, I was exhausted.
But you didn't work the next day.
Yes, I did.
On Sunday?
Yes.
Why? I forgot you have like 8 jobs.
I had to go to church, first of all. I had to go pick up my daughter, and
Trust
we went
me,
to
you
church.
can skip church.
No.
Jesus will be okay with it.
No.
Because I've skipped church for years and he's okay with it.
No.
I show up at Christmas and Easter. But and he
do you
loves me
date
still.
guys at your church or no?
There are no guys in my church.
What?
Wait, what? It's all girls?
I'm calling
Yeah.
bullshit.
Oh,
No, it's all old people and married people.
At Central Christian,
Yeah.
there's 8 million people that go
I
to
don't
that
go to
church.
the one out in Henderson. That's far.
Well, that's the one you should go to.
See, that's where you're gonna meet a very nice gentleman.
Yeah.
And
Well,
even
that's big. I want someone who actually is religious. So
Well, good. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Good luck finding that.
Mark's
though.
religious.
I'm religious, but I don't think you go to church to find that fucking person. Most of them you find there are freaking crazy. That's why they're fucking there. Excuse my language.
That's why they're in church, because they need
You're like, oh,
Jesus.
shit.
Because they're nuts.
But it was fun. We didn't talk to anybody. Nobody.
So you need. Okay, so you need. To
We
go
went
the
to
one in
2
Henderson.
bars. We went to not to church on Saturday when we went out for Sherry's thing.
Oh.
We ended up we were at Sherry's house for a little bit. We Ubered over to MGM, and then we did the Losers Bar for a little bit, which it was fun. And then we went to the concert, and there wasn't a lot of people there, but I ran into a couple people.
Wait, there wasn't a lot of people at the concert?
No, I mean there was a lot of couples, and then like a bunch of you guys should have. Oh well, no, you're married, right?
I'm married.
I was like, there was a bunch of
married.
single girls there. There was a bunch of single girls there.
I'd have been like, "What up, single ladies? You can't have none of this."
That's right. You see this ring?
Like,
but
see
then
this?
again, some of them run towards that.
Bam.
Me, it's like a repellent. I run.
You'd be surprised. It's interesting how that works out. Like there's some people that are really respectful, and there's some girls that just they could care less.
Well, that was one of it's probably prior to you even paying attention. That was one of our challenges. I had to wear an engagement ring to see if I got.
I feel like we have to do it again.
We
though.
do. We totally do.
Because we totally did it at the
failed.
wrong time. We did it. I couldn't meet up with her until like later because I had already had tickets to a concert, and then
it was a horrible bar
It was
choice.
after the witching hour, so like everyone was either drunk as fuck already, so they weren't even paying attention, or they already had their person because it was like close to midnight, so they already had their person that they were hooking up with. Yeah, so it was just. We went at the wrong time. We have to go early.
Yeah, and a better bar.
And dress
that
like
was a really
hookers.
bad bar.
Well, I don't know. You'd be surprised, but sometimes late at night, someone's willing to trade in their person. Like you know,
true.
Okay, look, let me tell you something. I had a friend, okay, and this is back in the day. We're at a nightclub, and he's buying this girl drinks all night. She's really digging him, and he's like, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This person's gonna hook up, and you know this person, so I'm not gonna say.
Oh boy,
shoot.
But you might know as the story gets closer on. But this friend of mine went to the bar to get this girl another drink. Now, while he left, this dude comes up and starts talking to this girl that he's been talking to all night. Now, in this girl's defense, this dude was really good looking. Okay,
I give her that.
I mean, I looked over there. I was like, "Damn!"
She upgraded.
I was like, all right, I'd date that guy.
I get it.
You know, I was like, I understand, sir. But it's
You
like,
get a hall pass on this one.
so then my friend came back with her drink, and he sees her talking to this dude, and he goes, "Hey, how's it going?" And she turns around and grabs a drink. She goes, "Thanks." And then just,
She did not. Wow.
That's a bitch move.
It was, but you know, it was one of those things. I was just like, ooh, and it was late at night, and it was one of those things. I was like, yeah, she traded in. She switched it up.
So she went home with other dude, and your friend went home alone.
Yep. My friend went. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, dude, I'm just gonna bounce by myself and let him do his thing, you know. And turned out I was like, no, come with me, dude.
No, come on, we'll just
Poor
go
thing.
have another beer somewhere.
No, that night we had, remember the 20, how old was that kid? 22? 23?
Something like that, yeah.
Something. We did have someone come talk to us. He was like 22 or 23.
She.
He was
wasn't me.
cute.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, I was like, sweetheart, I could be your mom.
And
He's
he was
like-
like, I'm into that.
No, he
Right?
goes, what was the thing? He's like, I'm an old soul.
Yeah, that's right. He did say I'm an old soul.
Oh.
I'm like, you don't even know what that means.
Right?
Yeah. You see, I thought you were gonna be like, he was like, yeah, punch me in the face.
No. I'm sure he would have. He was
Let's
a little
do
drunk
that.
as well.
Yeah, and if you would have
Oh,
took
yeah.
him home, he would like a 2-minute.
Right? Yeah.
I remember back in the days, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill that shit. And then, you know, you get up in there, you're like,
Done. Sorry. Sorry. I'm done.
You're like, it was a mercy killing.
We'll try again.
Went straight for the heart.
like every guy says, give me 5 minutes.
He's like,
Bitch, that was 2. Get out of my bed.
he's like, I didn't murder her slowly. I went right in there. It was a quick, very fast murder.
That's why you got to get the young ones that, you know, get on the foreplay. All right, come here. That's how you do it. And then you got to guide them and, you know, teach them or train them.
See, I'm not
I'm
doing that
done.
shit no more.
Not
No,
doing that.
I'm not teaching nobody nothing. It's time for me to be a student.
Yeah.
I want to learn.
Oh, fuck, if you guys go out again, you know, and you get faded, invite me over. You won't go home alone, I promise.
What he's going to teach us is don't get drunk around me.
Yeah.
That's the lesson.
Why did you fish hook me?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Wow, we just went like to rated
I know.
RX.
Far X?
Far
That's
X.
fine. We're fine.
I don't care.
Did I cuss?
It's internet. We can say whatever we
It's
want.
internet.
We can say whatever we
It's
want.
internet. We can say
You're
what we
bad
want.
now.
We just try not to offend with the F-bomb too much.
Oh, all right.
But I
Gotcha.
don't really care.
It depends. When I'm tired,
Which
It
that
flows
resting
freely.
bitch face that came in, I was like, fuck, the F word's gonna fly today.
I've been good.
You
I feel
have.
like I've been good. My coffee kind of sort of kicked in. I need another coffee though.
You need a Zip Fizz.
What is a what?
Zip Fizz!
What is that?
You know, here at Radio Vegas Rocks, they're sponsored by Zip Fizz. You've never had Zip Fizz?
No, never.
Really? It's like this powdered stuff, and it's packed full of vitamins and energy, and it's really good for you. Just drop it in your water and call it
Okay.
a day.
Well,
There's some in here.
give me one. I'll try it.
We got that and dude wipes and
Try anything.
spunk lube.
I did
Take your
actually. I
pick.
used the dude wipes the other
Are we
day.
gonna use a
but
spunk
it
lube?
wasn't.
I think we have some take-home packets. We can work on that. Give you some of that. Trista's gonna rub it on her meatloaf.
Trista does not have meatloaf. First of all,
Prove it.
Trista's shit is tight.
Let's see. Wow, we're definitely now we're going.
What
to
are you doing
home.
tonight, Trista?
Working.
You want a bottle of wine after?
We'll see. We'll see.
11 o'clock. Isn't it bad?
Hey, how you doing?
11 o'clock. He'll make you breakfast.
Right?
It's good to go.
Yeah, sure.
Wow. You mean
Shit,
that
I'll
guy
take you
that's
to
actually?
breakfast.
Damn.
Even pay for
Anything
it?
you want on
Yeah.
that Denny's menu is yours. It's like, have it
Slam
all.
dunk. The grand
You know,
slam.
all the left side.
Have you worked there? Sounds like you know the menu.
No, I've never worked at Denny's.
I think if you've just been to Denny's, you know there's a 2 4 6 8
Yeah.
menu, right?
I don't know that one.
Well, that's when you get all faded and you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
there
that's like
late
a-
at night.
No,
yeah,
no,
you go
no.
late at night.
We used to go to IHOP.
Yeah,
IHOP.
What was that we used to eat? Oh.
It was IHOP and Del Taco when we would get drunk and come home late at night.
Yeah. Oh, Teresa wants to know what a fish hook is.
Teresa,
Go
where
to
you at?
Urban. Go to Urban
Hey, you need my
Dictionary.
address?
Mark is single. He will come teach you, Teresa.
Yeah.
Go to
I know
Urban
you're not.
Dictionary.
I know you're not single, but-
UrbanDictionary.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm single. What are you talking
No,
about?
Teresa's
Oh.
not. Teresa's married.
Oh,
Bobby,
that's
She's
fine,
got a
huh?
good guy. She's got a real good guy. I love Ron. He's a good guy.
Just take the ring off.
See, Bobby Joe said running
I'm
behind.
tight.
It's not up on Sin City 11.
That's Sin City 11.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not. I didn't get a notification saying Sin City 11. If you're trying to watch us, we're not on Sin City 11. We're on Brandy's. Go to Brandy's.
I
Friend request Brandy and look at Brandy's.
I thought I logged into Sin City 11.
No, you did not.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
Do I have to go try? to adjust that
Yep,
one?
you're logged. I currently see you logged in as Brandy,
See?
and you are currently live. Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe I'll go
Brandy
redo
did
that
it
one.
wrong.
Hey, you know what? Just talk, okay?
Brandy did it wrong.
Shut your mouth.
Bobby.
I swear I did. All right, hold on.
Anyway, so we went Saturday. We went to Losers, and then we went to. Fuck, I don't even remember.
Now losers is it's
It's a bar inside the. It's actually really cool. It's like a country western bar, and they have a live band. So it's really actually a neat little place to go to. And then I want to say it's country themed, but we weren't really there that long. And when we went back after the concert, I may have been a little bit schmammered. But
it sounds like you like I don't even know what it was.
I don't fucking
Like,
remember.
It could have been a country bar. I don't know.
I think it was. Well, they gave me vodka. We did Jello shots. I'm not good when it comes to vodka. I'm horrible when drinking vodka, so it's okay. But then we went to Cabo Wabo. Is that a bar?
Cabo Wabo? Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
the strip. Planet Hollywood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We walked from MGM to Cabo Wabo, and Sherry's like, it's close. No.
You should know. You
Is she from out of town? What-
I don't walk places.
I'm above walking.
I don't walk that far, and I don't go to the strip that often. So she's like, oh, it's right here. I'm like, oh, okay, because she knew somebody that was playing there. I thought she said she knew the bartender, but apparently it was the guy that was playing there. And we went there and literally did the wasted white girl challenge to see how much disgusting fried food we could eat.
Oh boy.
It was bad.
Bad.
Yeah,
All
and
the way
then
around?
I think we stayed out till like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Good for you.
No, it was not
No,
good
it
for me. I
is.
was so tired. And well, we tried catching an Uber at like 1:15, and our stupid Uber driver could not find the Paris Uber pickup. And Sherry kept trying to go. We called her like 3 times. I'm like, F this bitch. We're finding another freaking Uber. I am tired and I'm ready to go home. And then we got Raja.
It probably was your fault.
No, it wasn't.
There's probably directions to say meet here, and your dumbasses are probably on the other side of the casino.
No, we were
Drunk.
at the Paris pickup. We were good.
Which one?
Yeah, because I think there's a separate area for their Uber pickup. Which
There is a sign inside Paris because I asked like 4 security guards. I was like, how do we get to the Uber pickup? And they were like, this way, this way, this way. And then there were signs in the Paris that said Uber pickup. And we walked out to, or Lyft pickup, whatever it says out there. And that's by CVS, between like the Paris and CVS right there.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't do Uber.
Uber.
I'll do Uber.
Do Uber.
Wait, the Paris and CVS, isn't that an alleyway?
Yes, that's where they pick
That's
up.
where they pick up.
You could either die
Yeah.
or get your Uber.
You could
Like
either-
it's one or the other.
You could either, they're like, it's perfect. You can get your Uber, your heroin, or get murdered all in the same area.
Exactly.
Or
It's like
pick
a
up your
toss-up.
ointment. Don't forget your ointment
Don't
at
get your
CVS
ointment at
for that
CVS.
rash that you
For
got
whatever
going
you
on.
get, yeah.
It's a craps, you roll the dice and you're like, oh, luckily we actually got picked up and taken home. We didn't die.
We didn't die.
I think we got
every.
everyone home that we came with, so it's a good, at least 3 out of 4 got home. So
Well, two of the 3 were single. You and Amber were single, right?
Yeah.
And then Sherry.
yep.
Is that it? That went?
Flo.
And Flo.
Flo's married.
married.
Yep.
So the 2 hot blondes didn't get any dudes. What the fuck? I don't get it. What is up with these guys?
Not even anyone came up and talked to us.
I don't understand that.
She didn't call me. Fuck.
Yeah. See? You were ringing the wrong number.
Again,
I
Should
didn't
have
call
been,
it first.
You
I
should have
didn't
been
call
calling him
anyone.
instead of an Uber.
Yeah, you don't have to look for meat here because I got meat here.
If you would have called him, he'd have been like, I'm going to come in and get you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to park.
I'm coming.
Pay the $15, come in and get you. Don't even sweat it.
And I promise I won't fish hook you.
That's as bad as like what is it, donkey punch?
Oh, those, yeah.
Donkey punch.
So, Teresa,
Donkey
you need to go
punch.
to urbandictionary.com and then you'll be able to know what all these things are that
A
we're
fish hook,
talking about.
Donkey punch, dirty Sanchez, Russian trombone.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Okay. So question. Okay. So let's suppose you guys are having like you meet someone, okay, and you decide.
Wait, who guys? These guys or these guys?
All,
The
all
singles.
three of you. This is
Oh,
for
the
this is for
singles.
the
Okay,
singles. The
okay.
singles.
Gotcha.
And it's a question I like to ask every now and then, and I actually ask it when I'm doing my comedy show sometimes, and it's always fun answers. So okay, let's suppose you've met someone out and you're like, this person's totally awesome, and you decide to take him home. You take him home, they're just doing everything right, everything's just vibing, it's perfect, and next thing you know, they just look at you and go, oh, punch me in the face. Would you do it?
Okay,
Well, let's go to get the boys' opinion first. Wait, first before you answer that. Wait, before you answer that. So those of you who are just tuning in, we are obviously Brandy and Trista. We have 2 guests today.
Yes.
We have 2 boys' opinions on everything that we're going to be talking about. We have Mark. Is a friend of mine. I've known Mark how long? Since he was 14, something like that.
I used to look at, when you're
You
driving
were
around
looking
a
up her
Moapa.
skirt.
No, she was driving Moapa in this little like VW. I'm like, man, one day I'm gonna hit that. I swear to God, it's the truth.
At 14?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Who's older? 14.
Yeah.
I'm
it was-
older by 2 years. How old are you?
So she was driving.
I'm 43. I'll
I'm
be
only
43.
35.
You're such a liar.
I can see it in your face. You lie. Oh, wait, that's
Lie.
the XY chromosome mixture. Lie. Lie. Your mouth is running. We know you're lying. And then we have Jason. Now, I've known Jason, God, how long?
Oh,
Probably
gosh.
as long as I've known Jay.
Yeah,
20
yeah.
years, Jay and Sean?
Yep,
And
yep,
your brother.
yep,
So I've known you 20 years.
Yep.
And-
Long time.
Dang.
Forever.
Jason, you're
Forever.
recently married. How long have you been married now?
Yeah. Almost 5 years. Coming up on 5 years.
5 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you guys met how?
We met doing the show Tony and Tina's Wedding. She came in as Tina in the show. I was in the show as
a great show.
one of the groomsmen. It's a super fun
Love
show.
that show.
And yeah, that's kind of how we met, and we hit it off, and and we were also working at the Tropicana together at the same time. She was like assistant to the owner's son, and I was advising entertainment over there at the time. So it was just one of those things. I was like, oh, we both kind of work in 2 of the same places, so we would be like, well, let's go get something to eat, and
And that was it.
And then it just kind of boom, like there it
for
was.
you.
Yeah,
Nice.
she's
So it's kind of organic, sort of.
very organic, very
No
super
dating
cool.
apps.
No dating apps, and yeah, it just turned out she's like the coolest girl ever.
Good for you.
You know, I mean, and
Well, besides us.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
I mean, yes. Besides you
Oh,
guys.
you
Did
married
she
her.
ask you to
Yes.
punch her?
Well, well, I mean, you know, she was a fighter for a while, so like,
So that's a yes.
she did everything from like cage fighting to she was ranked in the she
looks so
she
sweet.
was she was ranked in the world in bow and arrow, and she's like a pro knife fighter.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
You better
so
not.
I was like, don't piss her off.
dude, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, I never have to worry about anything again. Like people just like any guy that comes like, I'll whoop your. I'm like, dude, no, wait till my wife gets here.
Then talk your shit.
Like she will drop
My
you.
wife will kick your ass.
Not me. My wife.
I'm like,
Just hold on one second.
Like my
She's
wife
coming.
is gonna knock you unconscious, sir. Just wait till she gets here.
So that's
And
the
then
type of chick
he
most
hides
men don't
behind
look
her,
for.
Right? He like hides behind her, like, get him, honey, get him.
It's one of those things, like you know. I mean, my wife always says she's like, you know, it takes a really strong guy, you know, to be with a woman that,
Yes.
that is, you know, because she's very independent. She does her things, you know. I mean, and you know, I'm just there rooting her on. It's you know, it's a cool little thing because I don't get intimidated.
You don't
by
find
stuff.
those kind of men very often.
No,
Well,
that's the
and
problem.
that's the thing, and I think more men need to be cool with stuff like that.
Oh my god, I thought you just said Mormon. I was like, Mormon, what?
I think.
Cool with what?
I was like, wait, where are you going with this?
I think Mormons need to ride more bicycles.
They need to upgrade to motorcycles.
No, they need to upgrade to the bikes with the really tall handles.
Yeah, what's up?
That'd be awesome.
Like, yo, I'm rolling.
He's got a brother,
Yes,
Ray.
I do.
Ray. Now I've known Ray. For a
Oh,
long
you should
time,
meet
too.
Ray.
What did this
You
become
should
the
totally
hookup
meet
Christmas?
Ray.
Why not? Because my friends are
Podcast?
failing me, hooking me up.
Wait,
So,
wait.
yeah,
let
I'm
me
gonna try
let me
here.
shag it first.
Mark's like, I got dibs.
Hold on, I'm hitting it first.
No, it's fine. I already know she gets faded, and you know.
I'll be like,
Faded
You
and
just got
frisky.
you got to tell me that I can take advantage of you, and you do.
I'll be like, Ray, hold on. I'll be like, I got someone you can date, but first she's got to get shagged first.
By some other dude.
By some other dude.
Then you can
she'll
go
be
out.
out.
Then she could go out with you.
I mean, if you know that happens, is there a waiting period? Is it like, 48 hours? Or like, what is it? Like, is there a wait period?
Wait, time's out. What does Ray look like?
They don't look a lot alike. I mean, you can
Yeah.
see resemblance, but they don't look a lot alike.
Yeah, we don't look a lot alike. Yeah. I don't think any. I mean, you know, my little brother Robbie is you know, shorter and different, you know, build and all that stuff.
You
but,
can
know.
see the outlaw. That's their last name. The outlaw on their face. Like you can see the resemblance, but
Oh, it's like,
Yeah,
all
our
look
last
like
name's Outlaw. It's kind of weird.
half
yeah.
brothers,
Yeah.
not like full brothers.
Yeah.
gotcha.
I think Trista's looking more for Robbie. He's a little younger.
The little
Yeah,
young
yeah, he's a
one.
little young. He's a little young.
No.
Yeah.
At like 30 years old, they're like beasts.
Ray's the oldest. Ray's the oldest.
Well, Larry's the oldest. Like, have you ever met our older brother, Larry?
I don't know if
Well,
I've met
What are
he's
you,
like
a bunch of boys here?
he's-
No girls? No
Oh,
sisters?
No girls. No
Poor
girls.
mother.
Yeah.
Poor mother.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's why, you know, because my wife's pregnant right now, and I told her, I said,
I
if you
missed that.
You didn't know? Yeah. You got like, we got like 6 weeks till
Oh,
go
shit.
time. Yeah, it's coming up.
Wow.
But I told her, I was like, look, in our whole family lineage, if you don't get a girl first, you don't get one. Like, that's just the way it goes. I was like, so let's hope for a girl first, because otherwise it's gonna be all boys.
So are you guys gonna do like a surprise and just wait till it comes out? Or are you actually gonna look?
Oh no, we checked. It's a girl.
Oh, yay!
Just make sure your wife don't have knives when she's having the baby.
Yes.
I know.
She will murder you. It is not fun having a baby.
Please drug her, because if not, she's gonna stab me
Yeah,
while we're
well,
here.
it's one of those things. It's like, you know, I mean, because, you know, like I said, I can handle things with laughter. That's what I do. And you know, I just know we're gonna be in the delivery room, and I'm gonna be like, ha ha ha, joke, and she's gonna be like, bow. And
Yep.
just,
Yeah,
like,
she
you know,
definitely
and they're gonna be
will.
like, oh, he passed out. They're like, no, she knocked him out.
She knocked him
knocked him out.
cold. He was laughing, and she just punched him.
Yeah, they'll be
That's
like,
all there was.
like pinch hitter, bringing someone else to.
Ray, bring in Ray.
Ray, jump in, and then Ray just passes out.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, all the outlaw brothers are just laying on the floor.
She didn't have to hit Ray. Ray was just
Ray.
like,
He's just done.
love you, Ray. If you're listening, I don't know if you are, but I love Ray. He's a good guy.
Too funny.
Yeah, but you should totally date Ray. That would be so cool. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
He likes to go to.
This random person that I don't even know
Yeah.
who they are.
Yeah, what does he
It'll be
do for a
perfect.
living?
It'll be. He owns a mobile notary business.
Oh, look at there you are.
Owns his own business.
Yeah, he owns his own business.
And he's a rocker. He loves
he loves his music, man.
Loves
He's
his
a
music.
big music fan.
Yep.
You know?
He laughs at me. Yeah, laughs at both of us because we love Hootie.
Yes,
And
we love Hootie and the Blowfish, and he
my
hates
God,
Hootie and the Blowfish.
He hates Hootie.
What?
We're like, yes, he hates Hootie. He makes fun of the both of us,
Yeah.
and then we throw it in his face all the time.
That was always
Hootie's
like,
got a new album coming out.
I know.
Hell
And
yes.
we're gonna go.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't even know Hootie was still around.
They
Is
weren't
he still
until
doing
like
country, or is he?
Darius Rucker did country for a long time, and then he just
yeah, that's right.
like a
There's
month
two
ago,
separate people.
came back to Hootie and the Blowfish. Well, Hootie and the Blowfish is the band name,
Right.
But everyone
Then
just
Darius went off.
everyone just called him Hootie, even
Yes.
though his name's
So he's
Yes.
just kind of like flip flopping back and forth till something like
Well, I
sticks.
don't know. That's kind of new, yeah. Like throwing them back on tour.
Yeah, that just
brand
started.
new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was really successful country wise.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a lot of
He has
a lot
got
of country
shafted
stuff.
for awards though.
Yeah.
And yeah, he got shafted. I don't know why. He's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, he's
so
very good.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you've turned to us before, we're kind of like those people that can't pay attention to anything. So going back to the question that
Oh,
we
yes.
talked about
Punch in the
five,
face.
Oh, yes.
5 minutes ago.
Let's go back to the punch in the face question.
So what was the question?
Squirrel.
See, okay, first off, I'm going to start with the whole, like, I'm calling bullshit because there's no such man that is that. So the whole, he's doing everything perfect and everything's right, that bullshit. Bullshit. But,
Okay.
I was like, what are you talking about? No such man as what?
We're just talking in a fictitious world. in Narnia.
Okay,
maybe.
first of all,
that movie.
wait, first of all, if this is happening, this whole scenario is happening, both people are probably fucked up drunk because you don't ever take anyone back to your house the first time you meet them unless you're drunk. So in that world, he is doing everything right because everything seems perfect when you're drunk like that. So yes, it could happen.
Okay.
But-
It could happen.
Okay.
People do it all the time. What are you talking about? People,
Stone cold sober?
sure.
Yeah, there's some people that do that.
What are we talking about? Doing what?
I mean,
Punching in the
take it-
face?
They're still
I got lost here.
they're still hung up on the fact that there would be a world where A, you would take someone home undrunk, and
Yeah.
and B, a dude would do everything right.
Yeah.
Well, normally
Which we
when I
know
take
that's
women home,
fancy.
I'm just a little faded. I like to be in control of everything.
See?
So wait, you
Like,
get
you know-
faded and you're in control? Don't you want to
Yeah.
be sober and in control?
Well, it's not. It's still sober. It's not like I'm completely wasted where I can't get a chubby or something. I get,
Then you're useless then.
and I
You're
know
just
what's going on. Yeah.
Like, get out.
I got a couple Viagra's at home.
No, get out.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, you got to go. I can't even. You can't get a chubby. Get out.
I mean, not that that's happened to me in a while, but like, I've never gone home with anybody on a first date where I wasn't drunk.
Okay, so whether you were drunk or sober, if someone said punch me in the face, would you do it?
Fuck no.
No?
No.
Not at all.
Never. First of all,
I
it
would
would,
probably
it would hurt
want
my
to.
hand.
I know
I would
Brandy
probably
would.
want to.
I know
Like-
Brandy would.
I don't know, it's like,
No, because that would hurt me. I don't want to hurt me.
More like,
That'd be
hey,
good,
can we
right?
have sex first?
I've never,
And
I've
then I'll
never
talk
punched
about
anyone.
punching you. What about like kicking your ass out the house after? Or can we go to your house?
I don't know.
Punching, no. Like other things, yeah, like scratching and biting and slapping, but not like a full-on punch.
Damn.
I knew a guy that
savage.
actually picked up some chick. I don't even know where, but I remember him telling me the story. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Took her home. They were having sex, and she wanted him to choke him and spit in her face.
Ew.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was
Oh,
like,
hell no.
yeah. I'm like, that's so degrading.
This lady was talking to me
Choking,
last night,
maybe
spit in
some
my
frisky
eye.
choking, but to spit in your
Some
like,
people are into
No.
I know,
like, stuff-
I know.
that's-
I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. But
Hell no.
I
mean-
just think that's degrading.
No, this lady
Like,
was
it's- that's
talking
an
to me
assault,
last night.
Technically, if you were like somewhere, that's an assault.
This lady was talking to me last night and she
Not
was
if she
super
likes
close.
it.
Well, so is choking. I mean, it's all the.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, yeah, you got me on that one.
But yeah, she spit in my eye and almost vomited. I was like, you need to back up. You literally just spit in my face and it went in my eyeball. Like, that's
Well,
gross.
that happens sometimes.
No, it's-
accidentally.
ugh.
It is gross. Trust me, it is gross. It is.
But you didn't. You said it like this. You were like.
And then why?
You're like, it's right here.
The
this is
spit
right
does
here.
happen though sometimes, when you're in the truck and it's like no lube or nothing around.
Well, yeah, but that's different. That is different. I've had that. Like, where you have to spit in your. Because, yeah. But not in my face.
Yeah.
I've even had someone use chapstick. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Chapstick.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not safe.
Well, yeah,
That's
she.
sanitary.
Well, it's fine.
Was
She
it
used
someone
the whole
else's?
stick on it.
Was it whose chapstick was it?
Let me get out my lip gloss.
They're like, hey, I found this chapstick in between CVS and the Paris. let's break this out.
I wasn't
think we're
worried
good.
about whose chapstick it was. Not at that time.
It works. Let's do it. Quick, put it on.
Next thing you know, there's some hobo
Right.
knocking on your window going, "Hey, got my chopstick."
His teeth are all rotted out and his lips are all cracked and dry.
Oh, nasty.
He's like,
So gross.
he's like, "I don't care about my teeth, but my lips need to be moist."
That's so wrong. Moist. Is that one of
Moist.
those words that bothers you?
I said it. I said it.
I like that word. I like that word.
No words bother me.
I said it
No
on
words
the air.
No, well,
Moist.
Moist.
a lot of people.
And it's sexy. You say it because you got to really deep say it. Say it.
Moist.
Yeah, see, ooh, that's hot.
Oh,
That's hot, right? Hey.
Currently
one
the-
more time. Wait, shh. One more time.
Moist.
No, see that? No, we have
Moist. Hey,
moist.
let's
moist.
show it.
It's moist.
Where's the vibrator? Let's get it moist.
we didn't bring
All right,
Bob
now
today.
put this chapstick on and say it.
Brendan says chapstick spread cold sores. Yuck.
I'm sure it spreads all kinds of stuff.
I'm sure it's definitely not good if it goes up in your vagina and
Ooh,
gets all
no,
over things.
no, no.
Probably not a good thing. There's lots of chemicals in chopsticks. So.
I mean, it's Vaseline based.
You're not supposed to use Vaseline either.
It-
We're not
it
supposed to use
works.
Vaseline with condoms. But I don't know why you can't use Vaseline alone.
I don't think you're supposed to.
No?
I don't think so.
Can you use Vaseline? I know not with condoms because it messes with the latex, is what I heard.
You can't use Vaseline. You can't put Vaseline inside you. Like it's not a.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't
It'd be
think
It's
it's
not.
jelly.
good.
It's not
Very
good for
jelly.
inside.
I think it could mess up like the female pH balance of the thing. Once
possible.
again, doctors, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Dr. Outlaw in the
Dr.
house.
Outlaw in the house.
Sin City PhD.
Sin City PhD. Call us with your problems. Bad case of the gout, we'll tell you how to fix it.
Put Vaseline on it.
Put some Vaseline in between your toes.
That's our solution for everything. Put Vaseline on it.
Say moist,
Use
spin
some
around 3
chapstick or
times, and it's
Vaseline.
gone.
Done. Just like that. And find your Uber.
Find your Uber. Find yourself a hobo with a bad dental plan.
So no one's here used Vaseline.
No.
So basically, that's what we're on.
All right, Mark. So tell us about your Vaseline. Does it work?
Was it him or her? I'm just playing.
Wow. Hey, you know what? It's 2019. We're all good with it.
It's
Hey, whatever.
all right.
It is what it is.
Whatever, yeah.
Is what it is. So we were going to talk about today. So moving on. I don't think I've ever had anyone actually ask me to punch them.
No, I know I've never.
I think I would actually get up and leave if someone asked me
Yeah.
to do that.
The-
I'd be like, excuse me, what?
The reason why I always bring that up because I had a friend in college and a girl asked him to do that.
Really?
Yeah, and he was like, I didn't know what to do, but I was really into this girl and I didn't want to like disappoint her. He's like, so I did it, but he like bounced her head off the headboard. and it was just like a flash knockout for a second where she like went down for a second and popped back up.
She's one of those clowns that you punch.
She's
It's like,
like-
woo, it comes back up.
She's like, like
I'm okay. Okay. Do it again. Do it again.
yeah,
Do it again.
he's
I feel like men are way stronger than females. So if a guy was to punch me, I feel like I would be like knocked out. I don't think I would want to get that hurt.
okay, how about a light jab?
Well, he's
Uppercut.
talking about a girl from a trailer park that her dad was a little friendly.
Serious.
Like,
Brendan said he had an ex ask him to punch, and he didn't. He declined. Who does that? I'm so. I mean, I know what happens.
I just don't like. I like smack my ass. I've had the choking, like that's, but like not until you pass out, obviously. But like
Yeah,
you know,
no.
it's not. It's a turn on for some people.
so it's not a hey, hang me from a ceiling.
No,
It's-
don't put a belt around my neck and try and kill me.
Isn't that what happened to
But-
the dude from NXS? Is
Yes.
that how he died?
Mhm.
Was it? what's his name? Hutchins?
and David Carradine, the karate guy, right?
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Sexual asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation.
That just sounds hot.
Sounds
Sexual
like someone
asphyxiation.
looks at some websites every day.
I was like, I gotta see what happened to the dude, the karate master from the 70s.
Yo, we know what porn he watches.
It's like,
Punch me in the
70s
face.
porn with Bush and oh my god,
That is
everybody was covered.
That was when we went to what's that place called? The Tiki Room.
Yeah.
That's what they have all over the women's restroom. They have wallpaper
They redid
that's
it.
like naked women with these big ass bushes.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, That's interesting. 80s porn
That's
wallpaper.
70s.
Like, where
That's
do I
70s
or
Bush.
70s? Where do I get this for my bathroom? Like,
My dad, growing up, my dad had, it was this foil, I remember that, I was little, foil wallpaper, and it had black silhouettes of naked women in his bathroom. Now, mind you, him and my mother were no longer together.
like that you see on like motorcycles and stuff, like those kind
so
of
like
things.
those, but it was, the wallpaper was foil, silver foil.
Like aluminum foil, you go to the 99-cent store and put like the
Oh no, this
rolls
was
up.
high end.
Oh,
This was
gotcha.
high end. This was high end.
It was
70s
$3.99.
shit right here.
$3.99.
Sounds like a trailer park.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it
did
was
you
great.
see my wallpaper?
Check this out.
No, I think that would be a like punching. That would be like a.
Brendan?
That's a no.
Brendan
do for
said the
me.
new show is called Hung Fu. Awful.
That's how we do it.
Awful.
I like it. I like it.
Jason's gonna be using that in his next show,
Me and Brandon are starting a podcast.
right?
Hung Fu.
All right, so we
He's
have
in that.
some questions.
Oh yeah. Well, so
We'll get
we
to
brought
our
the guys
questions.
on to get some input from the
Men's
guy's
point of view.
perspective. And so actually, it's funny. I had one of my buddies. He texted me this the other day. He's like, "Look, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to." So this was his question. So I said, if a guy decides that he wants to perform oral sex on you and you have an orgasm or are very close to it, would you not return the favor? I had an ex that said she would return the favor but never did. Your thoughts?
Wait, so we have to answer if a guy would want to
What's your
perform oral
thoughts
sex
on
on
it?
us?
Well,
So
well, Mark has already gone that route. So
I'm just-
with his
Well,
Vaseline.
that's a joke.
I'm just saying I might not return the favor. I'm just throwing it out there. I think I'd be like,
Suck one dick and you're
I'd
automatically
be like,
gay.
thanks, brother. High five. I'm out of here.
Woo, that was good. Thank God the lights were off.
you to bomb. No, for a female.
Okay.
If you were performing oral sex on your now wife, which I don't know if you want to get her involved, so you can go back before you guys started dating. But if you made her orgasm, which which side note?
Oh, boy.
Side
That'd be
note,
good.
my girlfriend, we were talking about this just Monday night. Was it Monday night, right?
yeah.
Monday night. And she was saying that she does not like oral sex because she has never had an
There's
orgasm.
a lot of women like that. That's
Are you
hard-
serious?
Yeah. That's a hard thing to do.
What?
It's hard for me.
You know what
Not
I
gonna
asked
lie.
her, right? I asked her if her cootie stinks.
What?
Well, if you don't want a guy going down, there's something wrong, right?
Dude, I
Most people are like-
was like, you must not have a guy that knows what he's doing.
That's the answer.
I feel like that's what it is
Tell you-
because if you have a guy that knows what he's doing, because I've had dated people that didn't know what they were doing, and I'm like, fuck, can we get over with this already? Like, you're really not doing a good job here.
A, B, C, D.
Yeah, and it was like, and I feel bad, but it was like one of those fake orgasm kind of things, just so I could get done with it. It was like, just come up now. You're literally not doing what you need to be doing down there. Just let's just get on
like
with
everything.
it.
Not everybody's good at everything.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's why she hasn't had an orgasm with someone giving her oral sex. So it's because she hasn't had a guy that knows what he's doing.
Well,
Yeah, does she date a lot or no?
No.
Okay, see, there's her problem.
Yeah.
She hasn't had.
Yeah.
She hasn't
Well,
run
she
the-
was married like two or three times, I
I
something
don't
like
know.
that.
I don't know.
And
But I was thinking, since you're being a judge,
How did he perform the other night?
not yet. I wanted her to judge me.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
What do you give me, a 10?
Back to the question.
you gotta wait. The meatloaf is still cooking.
But would you expect them to return the favor?
Um,
No, what do you mean? Did he mean like exactly like, okay, you go down on me, now let's flip over and I go down on you? Like, is that what he meant? Or like just
don't-
in the future, like
I'm
next
thinking
time
like
or
in the future. I'm thinking like at some point.
okay.
He didn't really say that's what that's literally his text. I
Boys?
just copied it.
Well, I think if he asked for a Remy, normally they give him it, right? Or no? The wife won't give him it?
Right. He said that she said if you go down on me, I'll go down on you, and he did, and she never returned the favor.
and this is a wife.
Girlfriend. Ex.
Girlfriend,
Well, it says
ex-girlfriend.
ex.
Well,
Yeah.
there's the thing right there. It's ex-girlfriend. That's why. No, yeah, I mean, I
go.
I
Dude,
think,
trim your bush and wash your balls, and maybe she will.
yeah. I mean,
Agree.
I think
We have dude wipes for that.
I think for the most part, weird smells aside, assuming that everything's cool, I think it's a natural thing to want to reciprocate. I mean, especially when you're in that situation with someone where you're being intimate, you want them to be, pleased as well as you. It's a give and take, and I think that's important. Not only just in a regular situation to show that you're not a selfish shit, but
True.
But also,
Okay.
but also just in a relationship in general, just to be like, oh, okay, cool. I'm concerned about, I want you to feel good, and and I want to return the favor or whatever.
Right.
Whether it's. I mean, I feel like it should be almost like an immediate thing, but if it's later on, that's fine. But I feel like you should do it then.
So
Okay.
what are you saying, that that if she blows you, you should go down on her, or it? Because I go down on it every time.
Whether or not I get some from
dude,
you.
that's just like the uppity for me, Like you gotta have
Some guys
foreplay.
really
Yeah.
enjoy it no matter what.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah, that's
expect
me.
it.
Yeah,
They just want to go down on the girl, and they're
Well, it
happy
depends.
with that.
You go down and like every guy says, you got to do the finger test or the smell test. And if it smells like
Did you ever
fish,
hear that
throw it
Sean
back.
story
You're
about that?
so bad.
No, the Sean story.
You're so bad.
I can only imagine it's a hoot if it's a Sean story.
What's the Sean story? Do we get to hear the Sean story?
Yes, we do. Go, Brandy, go.
So this was now, mind you, I've known Sean for 20 years now.
Yeah.
How do I? So he was with some girl, and you know Sean's voice. He's got like this raspy voice, like I'm Sean, like kind of thing.
You're like, dude, we're gonna have some sex. And they're like,
So he goes on a date with some girl, and he does the finger test. And I guess he was like, "Oh my god!" And he like put it out the car window.
Shut up.
I'm like,
he put it out the car window.
I'm like, oh, that's so disgusting. Like, who does that?
We need to go to CVS.
Everyone's like, this guy's about to make a right turn.
I was like, you didn't. And how embarrassing for her. Like,
What did he do? Like, how did he get himself out of that situation?
I don't remember, but just listening to him going,
He
oh my god.
He jumped out the window. That's what he did. He's like, oh, let me get through this window.
The car was moving. I'm out of here.
What, you've never done anything like that? Like start hitting it and it's like, whoa! You're like trying to throw up. You're like, I gotta go.
Time to go.
Oh my god.
How horrible for her.
That's funny.
Girl.
Yeah, it didn't
That's
smell
okay.
like that until
We had a joke between, well, I wasn't there. My girlfriends went on a trip. It was like a girls' trip, and they went with this girl, and apparently they all stayed. It was like 2 girls in one room and 2 girls in another room. And I don't even remember which one it was, but she took a shower after this girl that they had gone on vacation with, and she was like, "Oh my god!" She called me. She's like, "The fucking smoke or the soap stinks." She was like, she washed herself and she made the soap stink.
Oh my god.
I was like, how dirty are you that you make something that's supposed to clean your body smell like dirty vagina? Like,
She needs a doctor's appointment.
Well,
yeah, right? Yeah.
Gotta get to that
Your
CVS
cootie doesn't
chapstick.
always smell good, does it? You have those bad days.
Right, but
You
you
gotta
gotta
go,
know
I
as
just
a
got off the
woman,
rag.
like, you
Yeah.
have to know it's a bad day. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm not going, no. Like,
You'd
this
be like,
is-
I'm taking a shower first. Let me hop in the shower real quick. Or,
Yeah.
you know.
And they have, what are those things? Douches?
Yes.
Yeah, those things. Clean it out.
Sometimes that
Some
probably don't
vinegar in
work.
that shit.
Feminine wash. Feminine.
They have those little, like, those little wipes, those
Yes.
feminine
in a tuna
wipes.
can.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly, I've
Tuna.
never been at that point in my life. And if
Doesn't
I did,
help.
I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Gross. Okay, so we got the boys' opinion. So they say yes. What do you say?
I mean, I don't know if it would happen at that moment. Maybe like, you know, but yeah, it would be reciprocated at some point. I don't think I would break up with somebody over it unless it was a constant, like we're talking months and years and, you know. But then again, you know, there's guys that just, they like going down.
Yeah.
Okay, have at it. Go ahead.
So if he does get you off, he could still jump up and tap it, right?
Of course.
Oh, all right.
Duh, nobody said stop.
Yeah, you don't stop.
There are some that
You
only
just
like
keep
it once.
going.
Like,
No.
just throwing this out there, he can still jump up.
Ding, ding, round 2 right away. Like, just go at it. Like, I mean, at some point, yes. I don't know if it was.
I have a
like, I
different
don't know.
opinion on this, so
Uh-oh. Oh, this
yeah,
ought to be good.
but only because of a situation that I was in. So, yes, I was dating somebody, and he would go down, and I would reciprocate. But like, I feel if you are not, and granted, he was not like a loud person when it came to sex, but it was just like if I'm freaking sucking your dick and you're like just laying there like a limp doll, and I'm like,
Are you enjoying it?
are you in what's
Hello?
going on?
So what do you want him to
tap
say
on
to
his
you?
thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a good job.
Well, but like, pull
Start
my
patting your
hair,
head.
like, do some, pull my hair, like,
Move
make
around,
some noise so I know
squirm.
you're not dead. So it's like, well, shit.
Lick your thumbs and part her eyebrows while she's doing it.
But
Oh, you're
that's the
beautiful.
you know, it's like if I don't think you're
Great.
enjoying it, like, I'm not gonna do it. You know, I'm not. That's
like-
no
Doing the what's that little flossing thing where they pluck the eyebrows?
Threading.
threading.
He's threading while she's down there. Like, oh yeah, I'm having a great time. How about you?
is
Your
great
eyebrows are looking great up here.
Hey, at least
Yeah,
he
how's
was
it
doing
look down there?
something.
That's true.
He's like, I'm reciprocating immediately.
I have no problem reciprocating, but like, if you're gonna just lay there like a dead fish, I'm not. I mean, it's not like it's not fun all the time. So
What if you start petting your head?
petting like a cat.
While you're down there, it's just, oh.
You're so pretty. You're so pretty.
Even worse if he just starts patting you.
Yeah.
No, okay.
She's like going down.
Don't
on
even
it.
act. So if a girl is just there, spread eagle, and you're going down on her, and she's just laying there, you're telling me you're gonna enjoy that? You're gonna enjoy going down on her?
I'm gonna be like, can you punch me in the face? I need to feel something.
Exactly.
I don't take anything right
Exactly. So I feel like yes, if both parties are into it and enjoying it, absolutely reciprocation, 100%. But if you're don't know what you're doing in bed and you just lay there like a limp doll, it's not gonna happen.
I don't require it. Like, if you're not, like, there are dudes that just aren't into it, and I'm not going to force somebody to do something they don't want to do. And I'm fine with it. No, but I love foreplay. Trust me, I love that. Every woman loves foreplay.
Right.
Get them riled up. Get them wet.
Yeah.
Moist.
Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes like not like a lot of, not foreplay where it's like, hours and hours, but sometimes it's fun to like tease. I like teasing. I think it's I do.
like that.
I think it's fun.
Was it
I
Eddie
like
Murphy
being
stand-up
teased.
where he's like, I think it was maybe it was Dave Chappelle. One of them did it.
Yeah, I think it was Dave. It might have been Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I like mine talk too, like a microphone.
How
Hello,
you
Mark.
doing?
How you doing?
I like moving it around like it's talking to me.
Oh, that's too funny.
I did that to one of my exes. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I was like, talking with it.
You did not.
I did too. I laughed. It was funny.
She's
It was
singing the
funny.
opera. She's like, la,
Yeah,
la, la,
I was.
la, la,
I was
la,
like,
la,
no,
la.
no, no, and then I opened it up like it's eyeball, like looking at me, like it's looking at you.
It's looking at you. He's like, don't point it at me.
It's about to explode. Turn it.
No, I have a friend that wasn't circumcised, and he used to do what he used to call the puppet show. So he would,
They have that.
yeah,
The
he
puppetry
would,
of the penis.
the puppet
Oh
show.
yeah,
seen
yeah,
it
yeah,
yet?
yeah. Actually, there's a guy that used to do Tony and Tina's wedding with us that's in that show.
Get us some tickets. Let's go.
Yeah,
He used to do the
That's
puppet
so-
show at Tony and Tina's wedding. I feel like that's a little inappropriate.
What? No.
What?
Oh, no.
No. Wow. You just like
like,
like
wait,
two
what?
different stories.
It was a whole different. Yeah, we'd be like, "Hey, Tony and Tina have puppetry of the penis," and then they'd go and tie it up. And
This is the halftime show for the wedding.
Yeah, it's a cheese and cracker show.
We got wafers.
halftime show. Let's do it.
Oh my god. No. The guy that was in.
Oh, he had his own.
Tina's. He was in Tony and Tina's, and then he's doing
Yes.
puppetry of the penis.
Yes, yes.
Where do you go to watch something like that?
Well, it's. I think
erotic
it's.
sex
I
museum.
think that's where it is right now. Yeah. I mean, it got like for years. It was because you know, in Europe they don't have the same sexual hangups as we do over
Yeah,
here.
they're very
and it was a very
open.
It was
Yeah.
a very, very popular show over there from what I heard back in the day. Like you know, they got some of those theater festivals like Edinburgh and stuff like that are like huge things, and it got like great reviews, and it was like such a cool thing, and yeah, and then finally it kind of came over. But the U.S. it's not like a main stage thing.
It's
Does
funny.
he have like different costumes that he
You know,
puts on?
I don't know. I haven't asked him.
Jay said, I don't know when they had those guys here in the studio. Like,
Oh, really?
They actually like dropped their drawers and was showing. And the one
How
guy was
they
like,
did the
"What?"
puppet show?
Yeah, and Jay was like, "Oh,
I'm wondering,
Wow.
like, in my
Okay.
head, I'm picturing, you know, when people do those videos where they lay upside down and they paint like a face on their chin? Like, that's what I'm picturing. Like, he painted a little face on the tip. And he's like, hello, my name is Joe.
it's Joe, Joe the penis. It's Joe the penis, everyone. Welcome, Joe."
Then he adds a little mustache, and he's like, "Hello."
I am Frederico.
He's just like,
Peekaboo, peekaboo.
No, I hear it's a really cool show. I actually want to go see it. And I think on my Phyllis seats I get free tickets sometimes. We should go see it.
So I wonder if they have like a guy-girl show where the girl like flaps
Ew.
her.
Ew.
No.
Flaps or meatloaf?
she's like, this is my
Look at my meatloaf.
look at my meatloaf. It's named Mom.
Mom, get us some meatloaf.
Look, it flies.
Ooh. Jay said the one guy actually folded his penis into like a hamburger. Like it had a bun and the meat.
He folded his penis.
Well,
Doesn't
that's
that
what
hurt?
they do. No.
Like I feel if you like even touch it wrong, it hurts. If
Tristan,
it's
what time
hard.
you get off work?
It depends.
10,
10:30.
10:30.
He's-
No,
got a
he said
hamburger.
they gotta be they get to a certain length. Penises have a certain length.
She
and then
gets
they
over
can
to his
fold them.
house, and he's got like small lettuce and tomato. What would you like on your burger?
Will you please take pictures? Because I want to see that shit.
I will.
I want to see that shit.
More meat? You want bacon?
Teresa wants to go. Shauna wants to go. Look, everybody wants to go see Puppetry of the Penis.
Sweet.
Oh, they should all do it.
We're having an outing.
I mean, the guy from Tony and Tina's that is in that show now is, I mean, he's just a beyond talented guy. So I can imagine it's just a good show. You know,
Dude,
it's a great
Can
show.
we
'cause
go
he's super
online and
talented.
find out like the times? I don't even know
I'm
how we
sure-
go about.
oh,
like,
yeah,
how
yeah.
do you go about finding out
You
about
just-
these
you
things?
Just Google it.
Just-
You
Which
can Google
website do you go
anything.
to?
You can Google anything. It's the Karate Choke website, and they're a sponsor. That's how I found out about it.
Sweet. God, we gotta hang out with Jason more.
I know, right? Jason knows all the fun places to go.
All the girls are like, I want to go. I want to go. I want
It's
to
called
go.
Chops and Chokes.
So what, you go there to see a puppet of an uncircumcised penis?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
But yeah, I don't know whether it's circumcised or uncircumcised.
Yeah, I don't know that.
But
depth.
but they do different things. Like yeah, they
Space dock?
they like turn it. You know, they like move things around to make them look certain ways
Yeah.
and certain things.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and you know, yeah.
I've seen that on Real
Interesting.
Sex,
Yeah.
like back in the day.
How cool would it be to do a show from there?
I don't think they would let us.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
Cincinnati
you
Lovin's
bitches.
in the house, and we're gonna fold our penis for you while they talk about it.
I mean, with the amount of people that want to go, I'm sure you guys could make a nice little
hell
night
yeah.
out of it. Be like, bam.
We're gonna
That's just my
find
page. I don't know
out.
what's going on that page. There's more.
I can't see that far.
Any of them over there saying they're in? Sin City 11.
Yep.
Yeah? See?
Nice.
Ari's probably on there.
Where-
Bob Joe's
Ari-
probably on there.
Ari has to come down from.
Joni has posted 3 times like, I'll go. Let's go. Girls night. Like,
Oh, it's probably Johnny.
yes,
Is Johnny
maybe.
watching?
Johnny.
Jonnie.
Yeah,
Is it
Johnny.
Oh,
Johnny.
my bad,
Johnny.
Johnny. I'm very sorry about that.
Johnny's all in.
I just went Joni. I don't know why.
Mark knows Johnny.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is that
Yeah.
his sister?
Mark knows Johnny. No, I'm just
I
saying.
don't know. Come on now.
I'm just
Wait,
kidding.
biblically? You know
I'm
we're biblically?
kidding.
Dude, listen, I've shagged maybe 2 of my sister's friends, and they became
long as you're not
crazy after
shagging your
that, like
sister.
trying to follow me.
Yeah.
Just don't
But
shag
that
your
was when you were
sister.
young. You were like 16, right?
Yeah, I'm a little older now. It's even worse.
Are we putting you on that notch? Is he
What?
shagging you?
No.
No.
Why?
No. I don't shag anymore.
Yeah.
No
I
shit.
don't shag.
She shows up for hamburgers.
And wafers.
Listen, you'll know when she does. She'll have that other look in her face.
Oh, she'll come in with a whole different look. No more resting bitch face.
Did you see when she posted like she was hanging out in church and all the kids around? She had this big smile on her face and it was all gloomy. That's what she's gonna look like when I'm done.
Like
Every
I
time
just
she
came
looks
from
at me,
church.
she's like,
She's like, I'm cleansed.
See, but now this is probably never gonna happen because if I get let down,
Oh,
Yeah, you
he's
built
all
it up.
over
You
this
better,
shit, dude.
you better kill it like slowly, not.
like I said, I got a couple Vigras at home. I'm taking half on that one. I'm just like,
Oh, well, you better perform or we're shredding you on
Well,
the show.
that's
just so you
right.
know.
That's right.
well, one time I did it and, have you ever done Viagra?
No.
Well, I did it without water and it got stuck in my throat. I had a stiff neck for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Wow.
So stupid.
Wow.
All right, these are all your questions.
Okay.
I didn't read them, so I don't know
Okay.
what these are.
Okay,
off
so
of.
here's another question. So we have a single friend and we want to hook him up. Someone his type that is a fangirl.
What's a fangirl?
I don't know.
What's a
interests,
fangirl?
well, his interests are Star Wars, comics, Game of Thrones, and things like that. We wanted to set him up on, I guess there's another website, geektogeek.com.
Oh, so they
wow.
need someone that like dresses up. What is that called? Cosplay?
Yeah, cosplay. Yeah.
I don't get that.
But we
at all.
but we decided not to, as he said he was too scared to talk to women. However, we know that he is lonely. Is this, as friends, something we should pursue since we know how he feels, or just leave it alone?
Get him a hooker.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah,
First
that'd
off,
teach 'em.
wait, this is what
I
I would
say
do.
break the ice. Get him a hooker.
Okay. There's a really kick-ass bar in town called Millennium Fandom Bar.
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Super cool bar.
It's a geeky
There's
bar.
some people, yeah.
Okay.
It's a
So
geeky bar.
what I would do is I would just put them in the same situation there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to set up a date, so there's no pressure. Just invite, you and a few friends. Go out. You've got the guy that's scared to talk to women or whatever, and you just kind of put them in the same atmosphere. Maybe they'll geek out over the same things like Star Wars or whatever. And if that happens, then you've got a little
Get 'em drunk.
Yeah.
They'll take
but
somebody home
Give
that
him
night.
a few drinks.
Or literally,
Come up a little bit.
if that dude goes to Millennium Fandom Bar and hangs out, I bet you.
Where
he'll
is
meet-
this place? I've never heard of
It's
it.
on it's right there on like
Downtown-ish.
Yeah, it's downtownish, like Arts District.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
It's right on the,
There's
it's
some
like
really
in
cool
a
bars
high
down
rise.
there.
It's
There's
like the
actually
bottom
some
of a high
really
rise.
Yeah.
Rebar is down there, and Velveteen Rabbit is down there. There's
Yeah.
some really cool bars
yeah,
down
it's
there.
kind of if you go across Charleston and down to like Las Vegas Boulevard, it's kind of right there. It's literally like right as you pass Charleston, Las Vegas Boulevard, you make that first left. It's right there
It's
in that
tucked right there.
big
Okay.
condo.
It's a cool bar.
And it's such a cool bar, man. And I think for
Do
someone
people
like
get
that,
dressed
it's
up
perfect.
like
They have-
characters
they
to
have
go
parties
there?
all the time.
Yeah, they have parties all the time where
Huh.
people, they'll come, they even have like comedy nights where they do like a roast of Spider-Man or a roast of, and it's like comedians will go up there and dress up
Like
as certain
roast,
characters.
like-
like a roast, like
never
any
seen a
sort
roast?
of roast.
Yeah,
like
I've
where
seen
they
a
make
roast,
fun
but
of-
I've never seen a roast of like a actual thing that doesn't actually exist.
Yes, so literally they go up there and just make fun of
Sense
it.
of humor, girl.
You
Get a
know,
sense of
it's just
humor.
like so just like you can make fun of any people, you can make fun of characters and stuff like that.
It's called Millennium Fandom Bar. Brendan, Millennium Fandom. It's down here. He would love it. He would
Yeah,
love
And I'll
it.
go with you, man.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Sounds
it's,
like some geeks and freaks.
Okay, so
It is
what
super
if,
cool.
What if they don't have a bar like that? Then what do you suggest?
Okay, so then they're lost. No. no.
Then
I
you're in
mean,
trouble.
I
Kill 'em.
think
Well,
I mean,
they have those things where I've seen the people dressed up at Sunset
that's
Park.
Like, yeah, but that's
Yeah.
like a once
oh,
in a while.
you're thinking
thing.
of the what is it, like the medieval festival
Where
or-
they
or
pretend like
whatever.
they fight.
Where they pretend like they're
Well, they
They're
have those.
knights
They're like
and
groups.
Yeah,
Yeah,
knights
they
and-
have
yeah, they have
groups. I
groups,
know
yeah.
there's groups. There's like meetups and stuff where they do weird things like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think most cities have something like that. But even if your city has nothing like that, take the person to everyone set up a movie where you go to see Star Wars. you know, and then afterwards everyone goes and hangs out at a bar or, you know, goes and gets something to eat, and then, you know, hopefully they'll start chatting about it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's placement, you know, place the person close to them so they can start hopefully talking about it, and if not, it's all good, but at least, you know, you gave them the opportunity, because you know, it's hard to force people, you know, when they're not ready.
Yeah.
But therein comes
You know?
the problem, is that people, especially with today, where it's all about online dating, all about like talking without actually seeing the person and not knowing whether or not that's the actual person on the dating site. When you go out, hence every single time we go out, nobody comes and talks to you. Nobody goes and says anything. So it's like, even putting them in that situation isn't it? Don't you see that it's kind of like not a waste of time, but it's not going to get the result that they're looking for, just because people don't.
You'd rather throw them on an app?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I feel like
you
there's
take them to the movies and jerk them off. There you are.
You're like cut a hole in the popcorn bucket.
No, but I'm just saying, like, what is there? Yeah, that would be awesome. If that would, not the popcorn. Head bobbing in a popcorn.
Like,
This popcorn is good.
She gets
Popcorn's flying all over.
everyone's like, that lady really loves popcorn. But yeah, but I mean, I think you can, you know, I mean, the best you can do for someone is put them in a situation where they can succeed, right?
Yes.
You know, and I think that's the big key is to say, okay, well, we're gonna put them now. You know, they've seen a movie that they will both like, right? And they're both into, and they're both, you know, fans of Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever, Star Trek, whatever it's called, or anything else that they're into. And then, you know, and then afterwards you're going out and everyone's talking about it, and it gives them a chance to, it gives them a common ground. I think, you know, the thing with going out to bars is, you know, where you're just hoping that someone will pick you up or something like that. It's a very, very difficult thing. You know, I mean, especially nowadays, it's more so nowadays than ever. You know,
for sure.
Where everyone's like, you know, no one wants to offend anybody, no one wants to, and people are becoming more and more, you know, face to face socially awkward.
Yes.
Because
Oh,
on their
for sure.
phone they'll say all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You
Keyboard
know,
warriors.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just like I, you know, I find it really funny that people go, you know, people are like, oh, well, don't bully, but people have no problem bullying on social
Yes.
media.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, it's one of those things. So people are more socially awkward than ever.
Yes.
So for someone to come up to you, it's almost like, you know, you have to, you know, get in the vicinity of that person and start a conversation, and from normal, organic, natural conversations comes
Which
good
doesn't
things.
exist.
Yeah, rather than, you know, like the forced, like, you know, hey, you've been running through my mind all night.
Are you tired?
Like, are you tired? Did
you fall from
did
the
it
sky?
hurt when you fell from heaven? You know,
Lord.
it's like
The worst.
yeah, dude. I actually, the best pickup line I've ever heard though is I was walking in a gas station and I was gonna pay for gas, and this girl pulls up in like this BMW, you know, and she had like the juicy, you know, on her booty and
Oh,
stuff
Lord.
like that.
Oh,
and
good,
there's
good.
this dude hanging out front with his buddies, and he looks over at her. He goes, "Hey, girl, let me pay that car payment, yo."
1970 Pinot.
And I was like, that is probably the best pickup line ever.
That's hilarious.
I was thinking to myself, did I use that before?
Was that me? I think that was me.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. She's
What did the guy look like?
That. Because she rolled up in a BMW, and he's just like, let me pay that car. I mean, this dude had a bike. Like, I don't know what's going on, but
All right, it wasn't me. I haven't owned the bike in a while.
maybe he was paying too many car payments. I don't know.
Oh, that's so
But
funny.
yeah, it was a good pickup line. But yeah, I mean, I think you just got to get people in the vicinity.
But here's my thing. Like, you know, everybody's like, you know, go do things that you have, you know, common interests, and you can meet people with common interests. Well, for me, like, I ride. So I had this conversation with some of the girls this weekend because I had a girls trip. And I'm like, look, I go out, I ride. I would love to find a man that rides a motorcycle as well. It's not a requirement. It's not, you know, it's not a deal breaker for me. And they're like, well, you know, who do you ride with? I said, well, I go up with the girls. And they're like, well, right there. Like, you're up there with a bunch of girls, you know, go by yourself. Because guys are probably
not
more
safe.
apt to approach you if you're kind of solo than with a bunch of women.
I don't feel
'cause
like
they
that's
think
safe
that you,
at
right
all.
away you're, you know, a muff diver, huh?
Well, I had this argument with a guy in the bar too. I was like, you asshole.
Yeah, well, I think that's, you know, I mean, I think that's another thing where guys get intimidated easily with motorcycles, you know, because it's seen as such like a male driven thing, you know, and when a woman is like, oh, I want to ride a motorcycle, you know, guys are like, oh, well, she wants to ride a motorcycle, you know. I mean, it's for some guys, I think it's a hard thing to deal with, which is stupid.
It is,
especially
like
if it's a Harley.
Like when you look at
which
it,
is what
like,
I ride. Watch yourself.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, I mean, I think it's a hard thing, you know, but I think if you go to like Sturgis and if you go to things like that and
which I've done,
you know,
right.
and you've never met anyone. Now, do you stay in like, is it like a large group of girls or is it just like a few?
It depends. Sometimes there's, you know, maybe 4 or 5 of us. Sometimes there's like 10, 12 of us. It just depends on what the event is, who's available, who goes and does what.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I think it might be easier if, you know, and this seems like kind of something that you would like contrive with the girls later, but like you know, maybe if you break off into like twos, and you know, because it's tough for a guy to be like, I'm gonna walk up to a group of 5 or 6 girls,
right.
and try to hit on one, because you know, you never know what's in that group. Like there could be the one that gets offended that just tries to kind of push you away even though you're trying to talk to the one girl. You know, so I think, you know, there's safety in numbers, so you have someone with you, but you know, it's a lot easier to walk up to 2 girls, you know, and chances are a guy might have a buddy with him that's going to be a wingman or whatever, and then you know, can start some sort of conversation with you.
We went up. It was funny. We went up, and my one friend, she's a lesbian. She has no problem with it. She goes to the bar.
I hope not.
No problem with it.
I mean, you know, she goes to the bar, and guys are talking to her, and I'm like, hello. And she's like, I don't get it. She's like, they all come talk to me. And I'm like, can you pass them my way? Because I like dick.
Well, I mean, what she should be doing, I mean, it's kind of like me. Like,
She needs to be your wing woman.
No, we'll
Yeah,
wear a
she
shirt
is,
that
she
says,
is,
I
though.
like dick, I'm
She is,
single.
trust me.
yeah, like
Oh.
I have that on my helmet. It
Yeah,
says, I love dick.
yeah.
Just to make
Well,
sure.
you got to put, I'm single now, too, as well.
Yeah, so they
Because
know.
I don't want to meet your big biker boyfriend.
yeah, that's true.
He's a
That's
Hell's
Like,
Angel or a Mongol.
on my helmet, I
Get
have
my-
I love dick, and my friend's like, that's a little much. I'm like, well, I ride with a bunch of women, and guys they're weird about it. They think, okay, we're all lesbians. I'm like, no, I'm stating I love dick. It's on my helmet. Read it. Like, I
Yeah,
like
but do you, when you're walking around, are you wearing your helmet? You're like, what
No.
up? It's back here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're like, just to let you know, look right
Look
back
here, yeah.
Here it is.
Look
right
back
there,
here.
right
We need to
there.
give Brandy a shirt. We'll make you a
Yeah, we'll make you a
t-shirt.
shirt.
I
Yeah,
love
we'll make you a
dick.
shirt.
I love
but
dick.
Yeah, but,
I'm single.
I mean, I think your friend, you know, if guys are hitting on her, you know, she should try to pass them over.
She does.
Like, because I do that a lot. You know, as a married guy, it's like when someone's talking to me or whatever, if I've got a single buddy, or if there's another comic and we just get done with the show and there's a girl that's like, oh my gosh, you're so funny, ha 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 ha, you know, and you know, I just go, hey, have you met so and so? Man, great, funny guy, really cool, awesome, you know, and you know, make a few jokes or whatever,
Right.
you know, has a huge, you know, and then you just kind of and you know, and just kind of
Single and you.
yeah, you just kind of pass them, you know, try to pass someone over, so that way at least they can start a conversation, because you're letting that person know, you know, by pointing them in the other direction, okay, this isn't going to happen, you know, and then they'll, you know, at least they'll go, oh, well, and sometimes it could be they just didn't see you, you know, because a lot of especially when you're in these, you know, biker areas where there's a lot of people, or clubs or whatever, it's hard to see certain people, and you just kind of go, okay, sometimes you just get that laser focus where you see that one person, you know, and you're like, okay,
I want that guy.
and if that person's
He just
taken,
sees me.
yeah, exactly. If that person's taken, pass them over, and they could just be like, "Oh shit, I didn't even see you."
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
And well, she passed them over. I think sometimes maybe guys they're comfortable that they know they're speaking to someone that's not interested in them, and they can just actually have a conversation without being like pressured into whatever, take me out on a date and feed me kind of thing. You know, they want to have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like sometimes my argument with her, like, well, you know, guys don't approach, and I'm like, well, you know, maybe they're intimidated. Maybe they're, you know, with a ring. You know, maybe some guys see a ring and they walk up to you because they know you're married, and they can just have a conversation with you without you wanting to do something with them. Like, I kind of look at it that way too sometimes.
Well, and also you got to be careful with rings on your fingers, I think, too, because guys, we don't know shit about where it's supposed to go, like where your ring goes.
Wait, are we talking
It could be
sex or ring?
No,
Where does it go?
Sometimes
I'm
both.
a great wingman.
Sometimes both. Yeah. It's like, I mean,
I have no problem.
you could have a ring on your thumb, and they could be like, I think she's married. Like we don't know. Like guys don't really
But
know.
there's a ring on. She's something. There's
Yeah,
something
like
going
there's
on over
something.
there.
Is that a promise
ring means
Like,
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
that
might-
ring means that you ain't got to deal with her later. She's gonna call her husband.
It's just like,
That's what I'm saying. So some guys, that's why they hit on these women, because they're like, oh, you know,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have to go anywhere with
but
that.
it's like I mean, because that's always one of those things. It's like because back in the day, when I would go out and stuff like that, it's like. I'm one of those guys. I never wanted to, hook up with anyone that was married or anything like that. Ugh. And it's like you look and you're like, I think that's a wedding ring. Okay, I will go. And a lot of times it's not. I mean,
But for a girl to wear a ring on that finger, you got to be smart about it.
Okay.
yeah,
know what I mean?
But even if it's on the middle finger, I think some guys go, okay, like.
So if she's
they
real
don't know.
hot and she came up to you, you're gonna say no.
If she's
She'll
married,
say you wanna.
yeah, that's not my bag. Like I would have never done that. Like
I'd bag it.
I was just not that guy that was like back in the day when I was dating, boyfriends didn't seem to matter very much. Like I was like, oh, you have a boyfriend, whatever. That's like a temporary thing, But marriage, I was like, oh, I'm good. Like nah, you're married. Like yeah.
Well, but going back to the say where we were talking about, setting up your friend, they're like, oh, should we set up your friend? I have had so many friends try and set me up, and granted, it is all with great intention, I'm sure, but the people that they try and set me up with, I'm like, really? I think that our friends, unfortunately, look at us and they're like, oh, here's this great person. I know this great person. Oh, I know this other great person. They have absolutely nothing in common, but they're both great people. So let me see if I can set them up and they would be good together.
And I think that's what people do the majority of times. Is they just think they're cool people. So they're
but
like
then
two
it makes
cool
it
people together.
awkward. That's the kind of thing. It's like, yeah, if you want to set up your friend and you keep saying my friends aren't setting me up, but then it's just like, now every time I go, because obviously their friend is going to be there, I'm going to be there when we go to the same place together. Now it's awkward because you tried setting us up together, and for one person or the other, it didn't flow. And so now when we're at these parties or gatherings or events together, now it's just like, oh, hey, how
You don't have to
are
feel that way,
you?
Trista.
Yeah, but you got to get over that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now, do you think it's
Not talking
better?
about
Do you think
you.
it's better for you to just show up one night and like for friends to be like, hey, this is my friend, and just kind of like.
I feel if
see
you're
it
going to
happens?
do that, I feel if you're going to try setting up your friends, it shouldn't be like, because that's they always, hey, I have this great guy I'm going to introduce you to. I've told him all about you and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, if you're like in that mindset where, oh, I have these two people I want to meet, like, don't tell anyone that you were trying to set them up.
Yeah, you just let 'em meet.
do it. Like, oh, hey, Joe. I don't know why I keep going to Joe. Just I don't know what that name
Joe
is.
Blow?
I don't know why Joe is in my head right now. But Joe, hey, we're having a party. Come over. Hey, Trista, come over. We're having a party. Not, hey, Joe, I have my friend Trista. I want you to meet her. Hey, Trista, I have my friend Joe. I want you to meet him. Like, just, and then if something happens, it happens. And if not, like this situation. Hey,
Not Joe.
Molly.
Hey, Molly.
Molly, we're going to go see Star Wars tonight. You should come. Hey, whoever geek this is that they're talking about, we're going to go see this movie. Like, you should come. And then if introduce, oh, hey, this is Molly. Hey, this is, what's it? Daryl.
Yeah, and that way it takes the pressure off. Yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is me and my wife are going to go to a rock concert, and you should come because my brother's going to be
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
But I just think,
But
I
hang on,
think
but
it
after
personally makes it awkward.
48 hours after he shagged
getting
you.
shagged.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. Maybe it'll be great, and I'll just, stay with him.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're not
Never
trading
know.
that person.
Yep.
I could trade in that person.
And then you're like, I don't want to go to any rock concerts
I didn't
anymore.
want to go to a rock concert.
No, I don't want to.
You probably would, Trista. That's why I got to sort of hold back. That's why, like, when we do one, it's like, all right, you get 2 glasses, I'll take 3.
Just keep an eye on your drink so nobody slips shit
Right?
in there.
I've
I'm
had
gonna give you some of
that
that nail
happen.
polish shit. Have you
There's a
seen that
nail
stuff?
polish, yeah. Yeah, there's a nail
so
polish.
If you, like, stir
What?
your drink.
Yeah, it changes
there's
changes
something in
color
it,
if
it'll
there's
change.
drugs in your drink.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have invented that 10 years ago
It's an
when I
am-
was getting drugged.
It's an amazing
That doesn't sound good.
it's an amazing
3
invention.
times.
I think I honestly think every place in every girl's bathroom they should have that.
Oh, for sure.
So literally, girls can just go in there and just be like, and then they
like clear, and then it's clear.
Yeah, and it's clear,
So you don't
and
even
then
know
they just
it.
go, and then they're like, oh shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
No, it happened to me 3 times.
And that way they know who to punch in the face.
3 times.
You know, like, "Gah!"
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, that was sexual, and they're like, no, it wasn't meant to be.
Not even close, asshole.
Wait, I didn't even ask you to do that.
He's like, oh man, all I was asking for was that.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard much about it, but I saw it for a while there, and then it feels like it's almost kind of piddled out. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know what or if it was.
If it happens as
just,
often anymore, is that what you're saying? It used to
I'm
happen
sure
a
it does.
lot
I'm
back
sure
when
it
I
still
was
does.
in my
I'm sure it
20s.
still
It happened
does.
all the time.
But I think people are a lot smarter now about watching their friends. It's
hope.
I freaking hope so. That like when your friend is, all of a sudden gets to the point where they're just like dragging, and they're like, you don't just go, oh yeah, they're gonna go score with that dude, Then you go, oh, you're like, okay, they're coming home with me, my bad.
They're sneaky though. And granted, this happened a while ago, but we went to one of those like wine festivals. It was me and 3 of my girlfriends, and we all walked up to the bar together. We were all standing there talking to the bartender. All got drinks. We walked away, drank our wine, and my girlfriend just all of a sudden just like instant drunk, like puking. When we were like, what the hell?
Did she have
just
the flu or
happened?
something,
No,
or
the
something?
bartender drugged her.
Yeah, I heard
The bartender did?
bartender's in
Bartender
on this.
drugged her.
I have heard this.
Yeah, and
Bartender's in
she
on it.
was like literally like we had to call the paramedics. We had to like on a wheel, and we had 2 drinks up to this point.
Wait, so what is the thing with a bartender drugging someone? Is like their
working.
buddies out there and
Yeah.
he's like, yay, like go
Yeah.
get her, or like that's the thing?
Well, I feel
I
he
have
picked
heard
the
that.
wrong group of people because we were 4. It's not like we were gonna leave her. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
You're like, oh, you're fucked up drunk. We're gonna leave you sitting on the side while we go drink more. Like, she was puking within 10 minutes. Like on the floor, laying and I'm like, girl, you need to get up off the bathroom floor. First of all, that's disgusting. But
Sorry you're about dead, but
Lord knows what's down there.
yeah. But no, we were like the 4 of us, the 3 of us were trying to pick her up. We had to call security. We had to get like the paramedics. We had a friend who was a firefighter, and he came and like filled her with like 3 bags of
IV.
Of
an
IVs.
IV just to like get her to the point where she could talk again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you like send someone to the
Oh,
bartender?
we told
and-
someone.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Oh wow,
But
that's crazy.
of course, he's like, I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. And there's no,
Yeah.
it's he said, she said
Yeah.
kind of thing. And it was, there weren't any cameras or anything. It was over at,
I'm sorry if I'm security in that place, right or wrong, I'm throwing that dude up against the wall and checking his pockets and everything.
yeah.
But if you don't know where it, maybe you didn't really know where it came from.
Maybe
could've
it
came
didn't come from him, yeah.
Something earlier, and it just finally hit her.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But I was just talking about this with somebody the other night, and they were saying how bartenders are in on it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I was floored.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Like for a bartender to be on, because that's like the one person you trust with your drink, right?
Right.
You're like, oh yeah, I trust that dude because he's making
Yeah.
it. Like,
It's the idiot you're with that you don't trust.
Johnny says that girls aren't getting drugged anymore because girls are hoes now.
No, but it's just all open, and it's everyone's doing everyone, huh?
Well, there's
Yeah.
there's really no, there's no commitment anymore. People don't want commitment. You are rare. People don't want commitment. They just, I think they're afraid of commitment. They're just too selfish anymore. Like, they don't want,
Or maybe they've been hurt before, right?
for fuck's sake.
Well, yeah,
I've been
Come on,
hurt
that's
too.
I know, but
Shut
still.
up.
But
Shut up.
I'll tell you, men are different than women. I can tell you that, right?
well, I think
You
How
guys-
often do you men really get hurt?
it's to be.
Stop it.
No, it's
No.
you got
I
to
feel
be ready
like
in life.
men get hurt.
Yeah, hell,
You just got to be ready. That's what it is. I mean, men get hurt, women get hurt. Everyone gets hurt in different ways in their life. But you just have to be ready to settle down and make that commitment. And
But I don't think people want to anymore.
No, but I think everyone's idea of settling down, like congratulations on being married, but there is
Right?
no way in God's green earth I would ever get married again.
Yeah.
Ever. Never,
and now-
ever. And I don't feel
Why
like
is
you
that?
have to be married to be committed to someone. I don't feel, for me, if I'm with someone, I'm committed to them. If you want me to wear a ring so everyone else knows that, I'm taken,
Mm-hmm.
not that obviously we've had the conversation, not that that matters all the time, even if you do wear a ring,
Mm-hmm.
but marriage is a piece of paper. I don't need a piece of paper to say I'm committing myself to another person. For me, I look at it as so Mark and I shag, and and I decide, we decide that we're going to stay together. We're going to be committed to each other. If I tell him I'm 100% committed to you, I'm going to be with you, we're going to have a life together, we're going to, go and run into the sunset together, whatever. I feel it is a lot harder for him to just walk out the door if he doesn't have that piece of paper. So for me, I'm going to do everything in my power. If I want to make this relationship work, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure he doesn't have any reason to walk out that door. Mm-hmm. As soon as you get that piece of paper, it's a lot harder for someone to walk out the door. They're going to cheat. They're going to just... If they're unhappy, and I'm not saying that it's not that the person, like, obviously you and your wife are happy together and you're, having babies and, all that. So you're obviously trying, but I've just seen personally in marriages and people who are married that they just stop trying.
Well, they fall in and out of love. That's how relationships are.
But
It's not like you stay with it. Yeah, you got to stick with it.
Well, here's the thing. I mean,
and sometimes after hitting it for so long, you're like...
But it's kind of interesting. Like a lot of people say things like marriage is hard work. Marriage is...
Any relationship is hard work. It's not just marriage.
I mean, my marriage, it's not hard work. It's not. Because honestly, marriage is about you care for the other person more than you care for yourself every second, every moment of every day.
But that's not just marriage. That's a commitment in a relationship. It doesn't have to be marriage.
Now, when you talk about like the piece of paper thing, I mean, there's some people that are together for 20 years and don't get married.
Right.
And you're like, totally cool. Whatever works for that person, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, let's say, God forbid, the person that you love, that something happens to them. You really don't have any rights because you're still girlfriend.
In Nevada, you do.
No, I don't think Nevada has common law.
Yeah, I don't think they have common law.
Ohio has common law.
I thought Nevada did.
I
think it's after like 9 years.
Somebody look that up, please.
Someone look that up. See if it's common law. Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, but it's like, but the thing is, and even if you're with them for, let's say, 8 years and 9 years is common law, and something happens to that person, that piece of paper says, well, I've been with this person so much, and I know what they want.
But what kind of things does that matter with? I mean, you can name anyone you want to as your beneficiary on your life insurance. Mm-hmm. You can buy a home together without being married. Mm-hmm. You can have a bank account together without being married. So as long as you have all of those, I mean, those are the core things that you would have to be, that you need to worry about.
Yeah,
in the face of like something unfortunate happening. Mm-hmm. There's steps that you can go through without having that like you can't be on each other's insurance, but who can afford insurance these days anyway?
Yeah, I know. But in a relationship, at what point do you go, okay, be sure you here sign everything over to me should something happen to you? Like, where is that? Is there a point in that?
Once you make that commitment to each other.
Okay,
I mean, obviously not on the second date. I'm not going to ask you to be your beneficiary, but
Yeah, but it's just like you're just like, okay, when you're married to someone, that person, I mean, or let's suppose they name you as like the person for the house and the person for this and the person for that, but then they don't name you for like their medical
Teresa
thing.
says no common law.
And then next thing you know, you're just, they're in the hospital and they're, there's a life and death choice. And next thing you know, it goes to their sister or whoever else happens to be alive, their closest living relative. That's a tough thing. So
I feel like if you're at that point where you're even considering marriage, like if that's something, obviously you got to a certain point in your relationship where you're like, oh my God, this is the girl I want to marry.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, this is the person that I would, like if I woke up tomorrow and this person was gone, I don't know how well I would live.
Right.
Like I can't imagine life without this person.
And I feel like everyone gets to that point. Well, not everyone.
I felt like that in my marriage.
Obviously not everyone. But I feel like people get to that point in a relationship, whether or not you choose to move forward with it as a marriage or whether you just say, hey, I don't want to live my life without you. I want to move forward in a, monogamous, committed relationship with you. Like you said, it's everybody is different of how they want to move forward with that. I just personally don't think that marriage has to be that like end goal.
Yeah, no. Well, the problem is I think people think that marriage is an end, and it's like so much more. Like people think, like, I mean, I see people all the time who think, oh, well, we'll get married and everything will be better.
No,
and you're like, nope.
There's people tripping on about. First off, there's no common law. Nevada does
Okay.
not recognize common law. And they're pointing out all these things like Social Security, no widow's benefit. Like you're going to miss out on something.
First
if you've
of
been with someone
all,
for so
by
long.
the time we get around to Social Security, there's not going to be any Social Security anyway. So anyone who's banking on Social Security,
And plus, you're not getting much. That's
good
bullshit.
luck on that one.
Yeah, but $37 is.
you can go get a donut.
Yeah, by that time when inflation hits, that's a cup of coffee a week.
Right? And God knows how you are with your coffee.
I know.
Coffee this morning.
I didn't have time to
Jesus.
stop because I had to run back home and get stuff for my 12 jobs.
See, you're gonna,
Zachary
you're gonna be
said, hold
fine.
on. Zach said paper is paper. Couples should make it work whether there is a marriage or not.
I guess when I
Johnny,
got
shut
married,
your pie hole.
wow,
First of all,
take that, Johnny.
Johnny said, so negative. Tris, I'm not being negative. I'm just saying that I don't feel like I need to be married to be in a committed relationship
Okay,
with
so here's
someone.
a question. So let's suppose you're with someone and he is like, no, I feel like we should be married. Would you marry that person?
It depends. I'm not saying that I would. I guess I should
Yeah, you
reword
did.
that.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did say I would never get married.
Yeah, you
For
did.
me, I know there's a lot of women out there that are like, I have to be married. Like they're like,
Yeah, there are.
they
women
have
like
to be
that.
married.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm just saying I am not one of those people. I could definitely be in a relationship with someone and be in a committed relationship with someone, and it's not like I'm not like, well, shit, we've been dating for 3 years and you're not even asking me to get married. What the, because there are women out there that are like, we've been dating for 5 years, we've been dating for 7 years, and when are we going to get married? When I'm just saying that's not something that like I have to have.
And you've been married once?
Well,
She's like 17, thank you.
I've been married twice, but to the same man. I married the same guy twice. So we got married right out of high school.
So nice you did it twice.
Right?
Yes. Got married right out of high school, and we were married for a very, very short time, probably like 3-4 months maybe. Got divorced, separated for almost 2 years, I think, about 1.5 to 2 years. And then we started dating again and then got remarried, and we were married for almost 11 years,
And then
I think, something like that.
and then
like
you guys
that.
got divorced again?
Then we got divorced again.
Oh, okay.
Yes. 2 children. And I personally did not want to get married either time. I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to go, like I didn't.
Yeah.
But he wanted to get married. It was,
Yeah, and some people have
his
that
thing.
I have a buddy that I worked with. He just got done with his 4th marriage. I was like,
Wow.
maybe we should stop.
Hey, fourth time's a charm.
Yeah, I'm like,
No?
weddings are kind of pricey nowadays. You
Well,
just call
but-
it good.
No, divorces are too.
Yeah, divorce is more expensive.
Yeah.
But my mom was married. My mom's been married like 5 times. So that's just to me, and that's I think that's the reason why is that I know very, very few people where marriage is a good thing or marriage works. It's just, to me, it just doesn't seem like, that whole like, oh, we're getting married. Yeah, what the fuck does that mean? Who cares? It's just kind of like, yeah,
God.
you're getting married, but, as soon as it gets hard or as soon as it turns bad, someone's going to get, I don't know.
You can do that with marriage or with a commitment. Doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing. But it's
Yeah.
just like, to me, it's just the whole, like, marriage.
you feel like
I
it's an
think
old school thing?
It is. And
Yeah.
I think the vision or the idea that people have that what marriage means, I don't feel like people take that seriously
No.
anymore.
No.
Well, yeah, I think
Not
I think the
everyone.
thing
Not
is-
everyone. I'm not saying everyone. I'm not trying to like.
Well, everyone thinks it's a fairy tale. It's bullshit. And I have to say, man, you've been married 5 years. How long you been with her?
Almost 9.
This is the thing. I believe that people have different lives on the side, huh? And if you knew her second life, maybe you didn't like it or something. You could say you're happy now, but what is happiness?
Yeah, well,
what
it's,
is
I think
happiness?
it's different for
Sounds so
everybody,
sad.
right? Like
Sounds so
happiness.
sad.
Well, happiness is
No.
different for and it's just like people
Well,
that
with a marriage,
I
'cause-
actually saw a meme the other day that I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Like people that knew you 25 years ago, they don't know this person now.
Right.
Because you grow and you change and life changes. And yeah, I think we all adjust our, and it's called playing status. We all adjust our status based off of who we're around, our buddies
Yeah.
or our wives or whatever. People adjust things because that's just it's a human nature. It's like an adapting type thing. And yeah, people do have things where they act slightly different. Not that they do things that would hinder any other part of their life. I don't think at all. You know, like I said, you know, marriage for me and my wife have always been, you know, it's been really easy. And yeah, granted, I think, you know, we're not 40 years into it, but it's never been a difficult thing. And nor did when we got married did we go, oh man, yeah, well things will be so much easier when we're married. And I think a lot of people think that. They think the storybook, like, you know, because Hollywood, what happens? They get married, end of the movie, and they go, oh, and they live happily ever after.
Right.
So if you found out that she cheated on you, would you get a divorce with her?
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
You know,
well, we both, you
Because I
know,
thought that.
you know,
thought
we've
that.
talked about the, you know, we've mentioned things like, you know, I mean, yeah, infidelity. It's like, you know, because marriage and relationships in general are based on trust, right?
Right.
So if you can't trust a person, you know, there's nothing there.
Yes.
You know, and it's the same with someone that's you know, it's like an addict of some sort, and they can't kick their habit. You know, eventually you just stop trusting that person and go, I can't trust you anymore.
Yeah.
And you just move on with your life. You know, and that's the thing is like, you know, stuff like that, you know, infidelity. But honestly, you know, and this is something that I could 100% say, there are beautiful people in this world, but like, I don't, like, you get to a level where you just don't look at people the same. Like, you don't look at someone and go, wow, that's someone I'd like to take home. You look at someone and go, wow, that's a pretty person. You know, you're a very good looking person. Awesome.
Well, yeah.
But you don't.
know,
100%.
People don't get to know people anymore.
Yeah. But you don't.
Are you saying once you're? No, you're saying
Yeah, when
once
you're
you're in a
married.
relationship.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
you're in a committed
Yeah,
relationship,
when
I
you're-
100%
when you're happy,
agree.
when you're
Yes.
when you're in a relationship and you're happy and you know you're getting things you need, you don't look at things like that anymore. You don't go, oh man, you know, this person. Gosh, I wish I wasn't married. I'd be with that person.
Right.
You know,
I agree.
I don't do that. Like I just sit there and go, you know, like that person. You go, oh, okay, cool, that's awesome. You know, you're a model. You know,
can
awesome.
appreciate.
Congratulations, high five. See you later. Like it's never a question of you know, of whether I want to be with somebody else or anything like that. It just hasn't been there yet.
So your wife must be hot then. Let me see a picture of her.
Well, she's pregnant now, so she's got that beautiful
Oh,
pregnant
Lord.
glow.
Yeah,
Pregnant
my wife is she's pretty freaking hot.
Yeah.
Go you, high five. Woo! Yay!
Yay.
Take advantage
and
of her
she's a
being
brunette.
pregnant.
Yeah, my wife is
Warm.
my wife is it's one of those things. I feel like when we walk places and we're going places, like people look and go, oh boy, that guy won out. Like that guy, like, and that girl may have settled. I'm not quite sure. Because it's just one of those things. Like she's a good looking girl, and she's, you know, and it's one of those things. I mean, she doesn't need me, you know, in any way, shape, or form, but she wants me.
She chose
you know,
you.
and yeah, and it's the same way on my end. You know, it's like, I mean, you know, I had a lot of success, you know, business wise and life wise before I met her. You know, we could live without each other if
Yeah.
we had to, but
why?
But why?
Well,
Because
but that's
there's
what
no
every
world out there.
relationship should be. It's not something that you should need.
Yeah.
It's something that you should want.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, it's
yeah.
not.
Yeah, yeah.
know?
We're not codependent. We're always happy to see each other. Like at the end of a long day, I think the only time we ever get, you know, a little snippy with each other is when we don't see each other a lot. You know, like you know, because, you know, being in the entertainment industry and stuff like that, there'll be times where we're both working and doing so much stuff, and it's like, you know, a week goes by and we're like, gosh, we've seen each other you know, we've seen the back of each other's eyes. you know.
Oh, they are laying next to me. Okay, that's great.
So then we
thanks.
start going. Then we kind of start getting snippy, and we're like, what's wrong? I need a date night. And you're like, okay, fine. Like, that's pretty much what it
And
is.
that's not something to be angry about.
No.
Like, we need a date night. We haven't seen each other.
Yeah,
Well,
We're
but then
going out
everyone,
this.
you have to look at that too. Then everyone needs something, you know, in a relationship. Everyone needs something different. Like,
Yeah.
you know, depending, and I feel like it's, what's that thing? The love languages or whatever? Is that what it is?
Well, and it
Something like that?
changes in relationships. Sometimes one person needs a little more of a push. Sometimes the other person needs a little more of a push. It's a give and take, and it's recognizing the needs of the other person.
Yes.
You know, I mean, and I think that's one of the most important things is like saying this person needs this now.
Right.
You know, and it's sometimes, you know, and you know, like I said, my wife's very independent, but sometimes you need a little, hey, you know, you're doing awesome,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
or just like the small stuff, you know.
So
Gosh,
you
the
travel
house
for
looks
work?
great. Yeah, sometimes we do. Yeah.
Sometimes,
I mean,
yeah.
the first 3 months of the year, I was out on the road.
See,
all
I'm
the
in
time.
entertainment too as well. I travel a lot actually. I'm rarely home. You know, I'm maybe home, I'd say a week, a month. You know, so it's kind of hard to.
That's hard to have a
make it.
relationship.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
trying to have hard to have a relationship.
So you get the
or even
ladies.
make a woman happy.
You get the ladies all over the world.
no, well, no.
You're nationwide. man.
They're just throwing themselves at you. Yes.
Yes.
no,
He
it's
was
not
telling
like
us
that.
about
See,
this
not unless you're
whorehouse
paying.
that
If you
You went to a whorehouse?
No,
Yes,
not
I
at
wanna
all.
hear
I don't
that
do
story.
that. I'm too good for that stuff.
I'm just saying, if you get this guy, you get a lot of experience nationwide.
Right?
He's pleased women across the globe.
Oh, yeah.
I get all the
And I got
herpes.
tons of miles. I can literally fly you anywhere, you know?
Exactly.
I get all the
Where did you want to go?
sexually transmitted diseases all around the world.
No,
I got magnums, darling.
This is a very clean, very fresh gentleman. Very clean over here.
I hope so, because as you're talking so much about women's bad smells, your shit better be clean.
Right?
I'm just saying. It better be clean. It better be trimmed.
Do you want me to do a drum roll with it?
They're asking. What they're asking is if you want to do puppetry of the penis.
That's it. Trust me, if you pulled it out, I would not be embarrassed. That shit does not embarrass me at all.
And I made a hamburger of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I need cheese.
And if he had
I need
lettuce and
cheese.
I'm
tomato,
sorry, I'm circumcised.
and if he's got lettuce and tomato in his pocket, I'm really impressed.
I came prepared.
I can promise you I don't have cheese, though.
He's like, I do have a sesame seed bun.
I'm sure Jay's got ketchup and mustard in there. We can figure that one out.
But to answer your question, if it came down to it and I was with somebody and I was already like committed to them and they wanted to make it legal and get married, I would consider it. I would definitely try and talk them out of it, and but it would have to be. I would want to know why. Like, why do you want that? And it wouldn't be.
Yeah, because it is just papers. That's what I think too, as well. You don't have to get married, and he's over here justifying why him and his wife got married. Come on, baby, let's get married. Let's get married. Come on. I love you. I want to get married.
Like,
so he's got to make some kind of story. You know she's listening to this shit right now.
Honey, if you're listening, I love you.
I married you because I loved you, not for the insurance.
Not for the insurance.
Not because you'll stab me with knives or shoot me with a bow
Or
and
the
arrow.
fear of my life.
I love you because you're awesome.
You're awesome.
Different things work for different people, and it's just whatever works for the couple.
Yeah.
We've talked about so many different things. Where people have like open marriages, open relationships. They bring people into their bedroom with them. Both of us have said that would never, ever, ever work for either one of us. But
Well, I wouldn't say never, but it definitely wouldn't be another female.
okay.
How one-sided is that?
Have you tried it before?
Alrighty then. That's a new concept
So how
that
you
we
gonna
might
knock
have
it?
to
I don't
dive
like
into.
vagina. I have my own. I have my own vagina. Trust me, I love my lesbian friends, but I have my own vagina.
So if it's another man, you're like, oh, okay. But if it's a girl, you're like, no.
What if she just wanted to go down on you?
Nope. No, that's for male face only.
Okay, so would you feel weird though if like halfway through it, like the two dudes kind of started like
I get left out. That's the story of my life.
You're just like-
you guys go ahead and have
next thing
fun.
you know,
I'll be over there.
you're sitting there in the recliner in the corner just watching.
I'm gonna go get a
She's saying,
cheeseburger.
what is wrong with me?
Right? That would be my luck.
She'd be
right?
like, I'm just gonna go and get I'll see you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
She's
Thanks
like,
for making me
shit,
feel
I
like
should have
shit.
just brought in another
Should've went with
vagina.
the girl.
Because then at least he's left out, and I don't care.
Or where's my toy?
Yeah.
All right, so we have just a little bit of time left, I think.
We
What time
do?
is it? I feel like it's like almost 11.
Yeah,
I don't know
we're
if we have a
rolling.
time limit. Do we
It's
have a time limit?
10:47.
Jay, do we have a time limit?
She's got 85 jobs.
13. I have.
Where do you gotta go?
I gotta go to work.
What time? Where? When?
I have to be at my office pretty soon. I have to go meet.
F your office.
Well, at least I'd be getting some kind of effing.
It's
You're
right
getting off
here.
at 10:30. Come on
here.
now. Quit it.
All right, I got a good one. So
Here, I'll take
Wait,
it.
I was gonna ask Mark if he, because it says you have the question on here. Why don't guys approach women? I was gonna see if Mark, because Mark is recently single, so I was gonna ask Mark if he approaches women.
Yeah, I do.
know he approaches
Yeah, I
me,
do.
but he's known me, so it
No,
makes it a little bit easier.
I do, but then like, I don't know. There's this one that I really don't want to say anything, but she was real aggressive, and she's like, and I got a mouth. I talk all that shit.
No.
Yeah, I get you, dude. But when it comes back to me, I'm like, but yeah, I do. I do walk up and I do talk to women and
At
I'm
a
a
bar?
great.
Where do you do this at?
Yeah, at bars, whatever, and
Bar,
I'm a great
grocery store?
I'm a good wingman as well. Even the gentleman I work with, like I said, I'm rarely home, so my sort of family is really on the road, and we go out a lot, and I'm a bro. Some of them, don't have chicks or are recently going through bull crap. So I go out with, I'll take the fat one, all right?
Wow.
Listen,
such a good friend.
I'll sit there and yeah, sure, I won't lay back while she blows me. I pet her head and part her eyebrows and shit. Oh, don't worry, Tristan, it's all right. Good job.
I'll let her know I enjoy it.
Yeah, I approach girls. Yeah, no, and,
Where?
yeah,
Okay,
that's how
where do you do this?
So at bars, yeah, wherever,
Grocery store?
But the
Well,
thing
but
is,
he's
I
a-
never have time. I work a lot, so I really don't have time to go out much. But when I do, shit.
Do you work in an environment where you can talk to women? Like,
No,
No, not always at work.
No.
No, because
No.
what I do is I travel with a television show. So I'm every time I've seen the world. All right, I'm a professional traveler. Like next week I'm in China, and then I leave from China and go to Abu Dhabi, come back, and then I'm in Vancouver, and
Nice.
so that's the only thing I have like one or 2 days to go out and actually talk to people, and it's not in town.
We're
So
going
it's
out
hard-
this weekend.
So it's
So-
hard
Checking out a
to
new karaoke bar.
Yeah.
so wait, so these almost turn into like one night stands? Do you go back
you want
and
me to
have
tell you
friends with
something?
benefits?
Like,
do you have
so
multiples you go
last
back
time
to?
this happened, I hate saying this, but so I went downstairs and I was talking to this chick, and I normally I don't meet them at the bar and shag them, or whatever, take them back to the room. The times that it does happen is like, say I'm at the hotel or whatever, and I go downstairs, whatever, talk to buddies and stuff like that, whatever, and then, start talking. Like just recently in Chicago, I was talking to this chick outside, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go have a drink," and I was like, "All right, have a good night." So I walk up to the room and I come back down, to see if anyone's in the bar that I know, and no one's in there. So I walk back outside to see what's going on, and the girl said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I looked at her, and she had this cup in her hand. I'm like, "Oh, you got yourself a drink," and it looked like a cup you got from home. So I know she had liquor in the room, So I was like, so I told her, "Hey, yeah, you got liquor in the room?" She goes, "Yeah, you want to come up and have a drink?" I says, "I think that'd be a bad idea." And then so we start talking, whatever, and she's telling me she's this. What was she, like a vice president of a hospital or whatever, and she's like, "You know what, come up and have a drink," So I'm like, I know it's gonna happen.
Yes.
So I get up there, I get a drink, and then she starts talking and bragging about herself, because women, you're supposed to let women talk, let them talk, and blah 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 blah, blah. And then once they're done, then you can go after. But after she was done, I gave her like this smile, like, and it was.
And that was
I think
it.
it's attractive, because I practice it in the mirror. And,
Probably making out.
yeah, exactly. All of a sudden, she stripped her clothes off and jumped on top of me. I was like, "Hey!"
That's what I'm talking about right there.
So that's the only time it's happened to me. Yeah, I've went out with buddies and go to the bar, but normally I don't. Actually, you know what?
Jennifer says Mark will approach any woman. He has no shame in his game.
But it's like.
So when he says he'll take the fat chick, he just meant it because he likes fat chicks too?
No, I'll take. Honestly, I could talk that crap, but I'll take the fat chick to the side or whatever. Or it's not like I'm gonna hit it.
Mark talks to anybody. He is a very friendly
if
person.
If she wants to, I'm not really a kisser either. But since someone's kissing, it depends on how they are. Yeah, I could kiss. I got a soft tongue. But
Wow.
I'm not.
Is he selling himself over here?
I
What's
think
going
he's
on?
I feel like
trying
he
But
to.
this is the
Right?
thing.
I
So
think he's
right
trying to.
right after a meal, don't try kissing me. I don't want to eat your tuna fish or whatever the fuck you ate. All right.
If she's
I'm not gonna tongue your.
if someone's eating tuna fish, they're not planning on
Yeah,
getting
no. Not what you
Or even,
think.
I don't want to eat your hamburger either. I can tell you that.
I will share a hamburger.
I feel
Yeah,
like
will.
all of the references you're making are to vaginas. So
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here's a
yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Okay, so if and this is for probably the two of you.
Oh, boy.
If someone's gonna pick you up in a bar,
Yeah.
what's the best way for them to do so?
send me a drink.
Everyone out there who's listening. Okay, you got two single ladies right here.
This is how to do it.
This they're giving you
We've
the
talked
blueprint.
about this before, actually, and we said if you are too shy or uncomfortable or whatever to actually come up and say, hey, I noticed you across the bar. You know, I thought you were really attractive. You know, I wanted to come over and see if I could get to know you a little bit better. Perfect. That is like I feel like that's the perfect way to approach someone that you don't know at a bar. If you are too shy or uncomfortable doing that, sending over a drink. You can see, first of all, the bartender knows what I'm drinking because I've probably been there for a few hours and he knows what I'm drinking.
Got it.
So ask the bartender, hey, what are those girls drinking over there? I want to send around over there. Please tell them it's from me. If someone sends me over a drink, I am the type of person where I will go over and say, thank you so much for
It should be a
sending that
conversation
over
starter.
kind of thing. You know, obviously there are some girls who probably wouldn't do something like that, which is, you
Bitches.
know.
What if you're not at a bar?
Bitches.
What if you're not at a bar?
Where else would I be?
Home on your couch.
If I'm home on my couch and you show up at my door.
What if you're in church? What do you want them to do?
Oh, that's a tough one. I've never
Like throw
had.
a paper airplane at you? Just rip out a page of the Bible here.
Oh, God, no.
Sacrilegious, you turned the Bible.
Send you
I
over
agree.
First
Something like that
Corinthians.
is a little more tricky talking to someone at church, but because I guess at the church that I go to, there's literally no single men at the church that I go to, and so I just leave. Like I will I go to service
And you leave.
and I leave.
But okay, but if alcohol is not a factor in how they can talk to you, what's the best way to talk to you?
Come up and talk to me.
Just come up and be like,
Just
hey, how's it going?
Start a
Yes,
conversation.
that's the same exact way. Hey, I noticed you from across the gym. Hey, I noticed you looking at those books in the bookstore. Hey, I noticed you getting froyo. Whatever, like whatever it is. Hey, I noticed you. I thought you were very attractive. I wanted to come over and introduce myself.
You don't even have to say you're very attractive. They just come over.
Yeah,
and
they
start
do.
a damn-
Why are you coming over?
I mean, is it okay if a guy just like comes up and isn't so direct, but is just like, hey, you know, I noticed you were, you know, working out really hard, or I noticed that you're wearing whatever. I like this as well, you know, because I think a lot of guys aren't going to go that route of just going, hey, I noticed you and I just want to, you know, because the chance of putting yourself out there that much and getting the rejection
Yeah.
is not.
Well, I mean, that's
I
a
like
big
your
thing.
juicy
I feel
pants. Can I
that-
pay your card
The
up?
easiest way is to say, hey, I noticed you. I wanted to come over and introduce myself. My name is blah, blah, blah. Can I buy you a drink?
So there you go. There you go.
Earn your
At the
drinks.
bar.
Walk over and start a conversation.
Yeah, just start a
Simple.
conversation.
Just
That goes
whatever.
for girls too.
Yes.
Walk your ass over there and start a conversation.
Don't
with a
come
guy.
over and like start
Petting.
plucking my eyebrows or feeling my hair or rubbing all over me. Like, don't touch me.
What if they're
but-
trying to help you out? They're like, hey, you got an eyebrow. It's like, what?
Oh, boy.
No. All right, we have to finish up.
We gotta
so,
finish up. Thank you guys.
yes,
for
thank you
coming
so
in.
much for coming.
Jason and
been
Marty,
fun.
It
it
was
was
so
great.
much fun. You guys are the best.
It was a lot of fun.
Maybe next time I'll make a hamburger.
And bring your chapstick.
All right, I think next time we're going to talk about can men and women be friends. So
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Men and women be
Well, it
friends.
depends on your job.
No, 2 weeks. I'm doing it every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks.
All right. So yeah.
Well, I do something for myself
And,
almost
and
every
what
night.
did we
but-
learn? This is how you